getting old. Fuck, getting old sucks. Going on, Sean? Good to see you, man. Robin, long time, man. Long time. How the hell are you, brother? There's my boy. How the hell are you, man? Crag Rat, good to see you, brother. From way yonder over across the, what do you call that? The pond? Way over across the pond. Good to see you, man. Your lady's okay, I hope. Your wee Tasmanian haggis. 2-4, good to see you, man. What's new? Nothing really. All the work is done for the day. Sit around, do a little of that this morning. And then get to come out back here and hang out with you guys. Just for a bit. Just for a bit. Rather get old than die young. Let me tell you. Although sometimes it sucks, man. It hurts. It damn well hurts. Getting old sometimes is painful, brother. 2-4, you know as well as I do, the older we get, the more that shit hurts. Your knees, your hips, your ankles. Like, I haven't done anything. I haven't done a goddamn thing today. I sat in the office this morning and answered the phone and da-da-da, and fuck, man. Then I hobbled my way down the hallway, out the back door, and here I am sitting here. Nurse on a busted wrist. We use the other one, dude. Overtime trucking. You look good. Thanks, man. Feeling all right today. Feeling all right. Greetings from Sweden. Great stories. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in from Sweden. We got a Swede. We got a Brit. We got 2 other Canadians. I'll make you uncomfortable. And 2-4, 2 other Canadians. Look at this. We got a whole contingency from around the world in there. Stop smoking. Oh, wouldn't we all like to? We got a guy from Texas. I'm Texan. Good to see you from Texas. Why do you burn wheels? Well, I don't technically light them on fire. Elmo, another good Canadian. Good to see you. Not Toasty YT. Good to see you. Howdy, partner. Good to see you, man. Wheel burner. It's just a name that was given to me years ago, and that I kind of forgot about, and then I brought up when I did this channel with trucking. Right, so I just called the channel Wheel Burner Express. That's all. It just has to do with the old days and the old school of trucking, where we drove every single day like our hair was on fire, our tires were on fire, and we were 300 miles an hour, and it was never going to end. Unfortunately, those days have ended, as you can see. Sean White, Canadian. Where are you from, Sean? You guys that are from Canada, tell me where you're from. No, actually, it wasn't my handle, Cragrat. I never technically hammered one down. Years ago, a lot of the younger guys they called me either the old man or the Iron Man, because I outlast them, right? I keep working. Back in the days when we weren't racing a digital clock in our trucks with an e-log, we were on paper, and it was like, I just kept going and going and going like the Energizer Bunny, and so they just said, you're like a goddamn Iron Man. Well, but I never nailed down a handle. Believe it or not, never got a handle. I'm a hobbit, and I'm from the Shire. Well, my condolences to you for being a hobbit, and I don't know where the Shire is. Do I know how to evade tax? No. Do I evade taxes? No. Don't get me wrong. Do I pay my taxes, but do I give them, do I willingly throw every fucking penny no, if there's tax breaks to be taken, I go get them. I find them. I don't break any tax laws. I've never broken any tax laws in my trucking career. But I've been known to maybe bend a couple here and there. Twerk? No, we're not twerking. Don't smoke? Well, beauty, we all got our thing. I smoke. I don't know. Maybe you kill people. I don't know. Sean White, I'm from Minnesota. I've been through Minnesota thousands of times. I love northern Minnesota. Probably some of the most beautiful country up there. Lakes as far as the eye can see. You can turn around and drive in any direction to a fucking lake. Love Minnesota. We bend Texas up here. I don't know what you're bending. I'm closer to being a Texan in Alberta than you are in Manitoba, though. I had to get out of the goddamn house. It's driving me crazy. I've got this, the smoke alarms, right? Bending wieners, you go right ahead. But anyway, so I've got that, the smoke alarms, right? The little white, they look like a white puck. Anyway, so the goddamn thing was beeping, right? The battery died in it. So, and it started beeping. So instead of taking the battery out, what I did is I took it and I opened the basement door, and there's a little ledge there, right at the basement door. So I put it on the ledge and just closed the door. When I closed the door, it fell down behind the drywall and went about fucking 5.5 feet straight down. Now I can't get it. And now it's sitting in my house. It's sitting here beeping. Like every 20 seconds you hear a chirp. It's like a loud chirp. And it's driving us nuts. It's been down there now for, I don't know, a couple of weeks. And I actually got a broom handle this morning, wrapped the broom handle in duct tape, right? And then put the duct tape around so the sticky side was out. And I'm down there trying to fish it out, and it fucked if I can get it. So I'm literally gonna have to sit there and wait for this goddamn thing to the battery on this thing to completely die. It's just driving me nuts. Hot as fuck here, fire paranoia everywhere, fucking government. I hear you, 2-4, man, it's pretty bad. I saw that you were, whose live were you in? I think you were in 6 Live this morning. You popped out, you went for a ride, went for a scoot on the bike, and it was too damn hot. Yeah, but what's going on out there? I mean, $25,000 fine for taking a walk in the woods? Am I right on that? Is that what it is? It's like if you go on a, walking trail, or if you go for a walk around a lake, or if you go for a walk in the, if you're a hiker and you do any of that kind of thing, if they catch you, you're taking a $25,000 fine? I'm right on that, right? Yeah? Holy Christ, man. What are they? How many guys standing on the side of a fucking bank of a lake or a river, have started a fire? Really? Yeah, exactly. Robin is fucked. $25,000. I'd be curious to know how many of these fines they've doled out, and who's paying them, and who's fighting them. Like, you hand me a $25,000 fine for something like that, like, okay, I'm lawyering up, right? There's no way in hell. I'm paying a $25,000 fine just for going for a walk, on a hiking trail. And I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, 2-4, I think it's walking trails as well. It's not just if you walk out into the woods but if you've got designated walking trails and everything like that, it's $25,000 to go on one of those as well. My girlfriend found out about my boyfriend. Well, Milan, it sounds kind of serious, but the simple solution to that is introduce your girlfriend to your boyfriend and hope for the best. You might end up having a little fun with it. $25,000, $25,000 fine. Since I live in Minnesota, we go to a lot of lakes. Well, no shit, I bet you do. You could probably stand on your roof of your house and throw a rock in any direction to hit a lake, Sean. You know, that's crazy though. $25,000 fine. Not this cowboy. So you're telling me that you're cooped up in the house all winter, and if we finally got summer, we got some nice weather, and you want to get out of the house, take the kids, go to the lake, go to do this, and you can't do it. It's a $25,000 fine. Jesus Christ. Let me tell you, I'd lawyer up on that. 2-4. Who's the government for Nova Scotia? Are you guys liberal, conservative? What are you guys out there? But if it's not red 100, it's not a real cigarette. all about control. Trials. It's all coming. I bet. I'd be willing to bet you it's fucking nuts. There's going to be chaos because there's going to be people fighting it and taking it to court. I wouldn't surprise me if it ends up in the Supreme Court. Really, like this is enough. Really, $25,000 fine. A $25,000 fine to people in Nova Scotia would bankrupt the average Nova Scotian. Like 2-4, if you took a $25,000 fine, could you stroke a check for that right now? Maybe you could, but I don't know. But I'm just asking. Like the average person in Nova Scotia, and now I heard New Brunswick is thinking to follow suit as well. You know what that is? That's a cash grab. And I understand. Like I do understand the thinking behind maybe doing it, but not actually doing it, is they're always thinking that there's going to be some guy like me that smokes, and I'm walking along the trail and I'm going to flick my butt in the fucking in the bush or whatever, and I'm going to start a fire. Well, let's be responsible here. You know, let's be responsible here. Like a $25,000 fine. Well, that's a little much for me. I wish I had a sandwich. Well, Hakeem, get off your ass and go make one. I wouldn't. Let's put it that way. Well, you know, a $25,000 fine wouldn't bankrupt me either. But let me tell you, it wouldn't make me too goddamn happy. Like I said, I'd definitely lawyer up and fight it. You look like Felix from Stray Kids. I don't know who that is. Soon you will have no sandwich. You know, and if you're paying, you start paying $25,000 fines, you ain't gonna have no goddamn sandwich. Animal World. The old grandpa, you still alive? Just amazed. Well, keep being amazed, because I'm still going. Oh yeah, some lawyer gets some money out of me, but the government wouldn't be getting no 20. No, exactly. I'll put my money into a lawyer before I'll give it to the government. I learned how to keep my cigarettes inside the car on a highway after seeing so many fires. Dude, I got a pop can, right? I just use a pop can. Fuck, I'm always drinking a pop, right? Finish your pop can, put it in the cup holder, and fuck, drop your butts into that, and then when you get out of the car, throw the can in the garbage. Like it's not rocket science here, right? I like your shirt. Where did you get it? Which one is it? Mega. This was a gift. My kids gift me with all the heavy metal bands. Every time I go live, I wear a different heavy metal. So I've got Metallica, AC/DC, Megadeth, fuck, whatever. So I've got some originals from back in the day when I went to the concerts. This is not one of them. This is just a reproduction. This is one that the kids gave me. See what happened in Edinburgh, Scotland? The famous Arthur Seat Hill in the center was set on fire. I didn't see that. That kind of thing wouldn't make news over here, Craig Rat. Right? It wouldn't. You know, if they blew up the Parliament buildings or something in Scotland, that would make news. But something like that probably wouldn't make news over here. Josh Gamey, you're right. With all the cameras, yeah, they'd probably catch you anyway. All I can say is thank God. Thank God they didn't have cameras back when I was younger. You know, like iPhones weren't invented, cell phones weren't invented. You know, if you had a camera, it was a little square little box, and you take the picture and go week, 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 and wind it and wind the film on it. But yeah, believe me, well, there'd be a lot of us that probably still be in jail to this day for some of the shit we did and got away with. Good to see you, Tolga. Tolga's from Turkey. Like I said, they're coming in from everywhere. It's not good for you. What's not good for me? Frag Grenade, good to see you. How's it going, y'all? Man, we're doing okay today. I had a little more on my plate than I wanted. I had to take care of some business quick, and I was hoping to be done a little earlier than this, but it's all right. It's all right. It's a beautiful day. The sun is just on the other side of the house now, so it's beautiful. There's a light breeze. It's about 23 degrees, but there's no humidity. So 23 is really nice with a breeze. It's like, t-shirt. I'm wearing a pair of shorts and beautiful weather. What are you up to these days? Well, I'm no longer driving. I'm still in trucking business, but I'm not driving anymore. So I guess you could technically say I've retired from the trucking part of it, the driving part of it, but I'm still got my hand in the trucking itself. There's something else on the side going, and we're going here. Where am I from? I'm from Alberta, Canada. That's where we're sitting right now, in Alberta, Canada. I'm originally from Ontario, born and raised in Ontario, Canada, but I'm now living in Alberta. Great, in my opinion, it's the greatest province in all of Canada. It really is. You a broker now? No. We're still, Robin, we're still working trucks. I'm just not driving any of them. And I'm not doing I'm not in the over the road. I've got a little thing on the side. It's a little niche deal on the side, and it's kind of nice. But I'm not dealing with load brokers or crossing borders, and everything that I'm involved in is in Alberta. Frag grenades from Iraq. So is Alberta going to be the 51st state or what? No, it's not going to happen. I don't think it's going to happen. Honestly, it's not going to happen. First and foremost, I'm Canadian, and I'm proud to be Canadian. Just like if you're from Iraq, you're proud to be Iraq. If you're an American, you're proud to be an American. I'm Canadian. I'm proud to be Canadian. Now, if the province of Alberta separates, because the province of Alberta might separate, but it won't become part of the U.S. It'll be a separate state, province. But if it happens, I mean, I don't think it's gonna happen. But if it does, I won't object. But do I want to see my country come apart? No, I'd like to see Canada stay Canada as a whole, honestly. But if the people of Alberta and the government of Alberta and everybody here, if it's a mass majority and they all decide that they want to separate and they want to be on their own, that's fine. I got no problem with it. Absolutely no problem whatsoever. Alberta is probably one of, or is the only province in Canada that can completely support itself. It can completely support itself. It doesn't need any federal money. It doesn't need, it's got everything it needs to take care of itself, support itself, and everything like that. So no other province, I think, in Canada can honestly say that. Saskatchewan is thinking about it, but I don't think they could do it. Alberta's got, they got oil, they got lumber, they got technology sector, they've got all the farming. They've got everything here to support ourselves as a separate country or a separate province. So it wouldn't be a hardship on the Albertans if they did it. The only hardship would be our medical care. We would definitely have to go to the pay-as-you-go, like the Americans, right? Like you would have to get, you'd be paying for your own medical, you'd be paying for your own hospital bills. You'd be paying for all of that. There would be no because most of the rest of the country, the provinces, with federal help, they pay for all your medical. Right now, you pay it. Don't get me wrong. You do pay it. You pay it in taxes. But I think if Alberta was to separate or to go along those lines, I don't think the province would be able to support that. You know, it's just there's only 4.5 million people in Alberta. There's just not enough people. There's only 27 million people. No, sorry, 37 million people in all of Canada. You know, so it just wouldn't happen. Can I be a mod? You know what? I've got 5. I've got 5 mods, and that's all we run with here. And the mods keep people in check, and that's what it's there for. So you know, if you were here every day, and you were chatting, and you were in here, and I knew who you were, and anybody that's a mod on my channel, I know, like I know these people. So you know, and they're here every single time I go live. They're here every time we're doing. They're always chatting. They're always talking, and for the most part they got the best interest of the channel in heart. So we don't throw out the mods. Hold on, I just saw. Who did I just see there? I just saw Shannon Thomas. I did see Shannon Thomas. Good afternoon, Shannon Thomas. How the hell are you, love? You doing okay? Hit the like button. Thank you for a slice of your time. Exactly. I don't ask anybody for some subs. I don't ask you for money, right? We don't beg on this channel. There's a few other channels around that, you know, they got their Cash Apps up, they got their PayPals up, they got their pretty much everything but their bank accounts up there. We don't do any of that. We don't want your money. But you know, I do ask if you're going to come in and hang out for a bit. Hit the like button, man. I appreciate that. Jerome Jones, good to see you. International Man of Mystery. Jerome, to this day, I don't know how you got that name. Who gave it to you and where did it come from? Can you please explain that? Frag grenades out. All right, man. Good to see you. Megadeth is love. Cheers. Cheers up. Sterling gave it to him. Sterling gave it to him. Talking about guys that are begging for money on their channel. Oh, did I say that out loud? Oops. Inside your head voice, Brian. Inside your head. You think it was Sterling Wheel. Okay. I never knew. I heard it one day, and then I don't think I heard Sterling say it. I think I've heard Shannon say it and a couple other people say it, but curious, you know, I've just been waiting for you to pop on eventually, so I got to ask you. But why the International Man of Mystery? How do you feel yourself, by the way, when the cigar is better or cigarettes? Cigars are better, and I can start smoking them again. So yeah, surprisingly, I'll be becoming famous. Well, hey man, you know, I'm up here in Canada, and I know who Jerome Jones, the International Man of Mystery, is. Cigars are way better, and I can start smoking them again, right? Because I have the teeth are in and everything, and so I don't have to worry about any of the other. The reason I had to stop smoking them, so now I can smoke. I can smoke them again. So, but they're certainly much better. They're better for you, and they're better tasting than cigarettes are. Amir is from Iran. Frag grenade is from Iraq. you two. You two aren't going to like get into it here, are you? You going to behave? How much is a carton? Nick, I pay, I'm not going to tell you what I pay for a carton to say. It'll make you sick. Damn, that smile, Bri, gorgeous. Thank you, Shannon. Thank you. It was a long time coming. And I waited and waited and waited, and yeah, I'm quite happy with it. I'm, I'm I've been practicing. The funny thing is when you get new teeth and shit like that, you got to learn to talk. Like I went back to my videos when I had my own original teeth, right? So I would, I was watching how I was talking and pronouncing certain words and everything like that. And then I had no teeth for all that time, as you guys know, right? And then I got these teeth. So now I went back and I was listening. I'm going, I don't sound too much different than before when I had my original choppers in. The only thing I can't seem to nail are the S's. Can't get it. Cannot fucking get it. It's driving me batshit crazy. Robin, you pay 40 to 50 bucks for a carton? Oh, I pay half of that. I pay about 26 bucks. But you don't buy one carton, right? You don't buy one carton. Tolga is the original international man of mystery. Well, Tolga is I hate to tell you guys, and I'm going to let the cat out of the bag, and I've done it before, but you guys don't know this. I've known Tolga for years. And I know that Tolga is sitting over in Turkey in his house right now, and every single day he wakes up and he moves one little piece on the chessboard of the world. Tolga, you guys don't know it, but Tolga is very slowly taking over the world. I think he said he was gonna be, what, Grand Emperor? No. What was it, Tolga? You were gonna be something. When you took over the world, it was gonna be something. You like that? You like that? Well, you know what? You can thank Victoria for that, Shannon. She'd had enough of the scruff and the. She actually, she, I don't believe I'm about to say this. She actually makes me go every 2 weeks. There's a place in town here, and it's a men's barber shop, and these guys do it old school with the straight edge, right, the straight razor and everything like that. And she she makes me go in every 2 weeks. When she goes in to get her nails done, I go across the street and I go into the barber shop, and they shave the head, do the cut, right, do the beard, cut it, and then they thin it out, and then they fade it all the way back, and the mustache and the eyebrows and the ears, and you know, what am I gonna say? No? All right, whatever. So, and I'll be honest, Shannon, I like it. I didn't think I would. Sweetheart, I didn't think I would like it, but I do. It took her a solid month. It took her a solid month of begging me to go. Please just try it. If you don't like it, now she's working on pedicures. Shannon, she's working on pedicure. I am not doing a pedicure. She's been on the pedicure thing now for fucking 2.5 months. We're not doing the pedicure. But I did cave on the face and doing the hair and shaving the head and all that. And I love it. I freaking love it. It is awesome. Talk about being pampered. But the pedicure's not going down. It's just not happening. Yeah, it's quite attractive. Yes, gets the petty. You won't be. Oh, Jesus. No, we're not getting the petty. Not getting the petty. Oh, hold on. Tolga, the director of observable of the observable observable universe. That's the title. Okay. I knew it was something grand. It had to be something grand. Don't touch my feet. I hear you, Robin. Well, first off, I'm super ticklish. Right? I'm super ticklish. You touch anywhere from the ankles down, anywhere on my feet, I'm giggling away like a fucking little schoolgirl. So I just don't think I don't think that'll work. And second of all, it's just like I don't want to. I don't want to stick my. If you go to petty, you got to go live. That is not happening, man. Not going to happen. Not this week. Not next week or the week after. I'm turning into a chickie. Butch, come on now. All on. There's no pedicure going on. There's no manicure going on. I do like to go into the men's barbershop and have the old school boys do the face and everything. They do the hot cloth and the fucking that shave cream, and then they do the hot cloth and they shave. They don't use clippers. They use like the straight razor with the blade. And I was a little nervous the first time they did that, and they were doing all of this in here. And I actually looked at the guy and I said, "You're like the first person in my entire life I've ever allowed to hold a knife to my throat willingly." You know, that's not happening either, Craig Rat. Not happening either. She'll be asking to go for a back sack and a crack wax. Nope. Nope. I'll tell you know what, dude. I will take care of that myself. I will absolutely take care of that myself. I giggle a lot when I have a petty. It makes everyone in the salon laugh. Well, that's the thing, right? I'd be sitting there, and I'd just be like, I wouldn't be able to sit still. My legs would be going like 100 miles an hour. I'd be too busy laughing, right? Next will be Mary Kay Satin. Oh fuck, Butch, that's pretty good, but no, no, no. There's no. I don't use any moisturizer on the hands. That's funny as shit, though. Spa day for men. No, not. I don't get that. I don't. I sit and think about it, going, would it be nice to be pampered and get a pedicure and a manicure and get the face done and get the hair, cleaned up and blah blah blah. I go, no. I enjoy when they do the face. The whole thing takes. I'm in and out in about an hour, right? When they do they basically they go from here up, right? That takes them about an hour, and of course there's all the bullshit that goes on, because they're a couple of them are good old boys in there, and so there's a lot of bullshitting and talking and everything that goes on, but. No, I can't see. I can understand how ladies like it because including Victoria. She likes to be pampered, right? And if you've got the money to do it and you can afford it, go get it. But no, I can't see myself wanting, go in there and no, don't get me wrong. That doesn't mean like every once in a while I go get a massage. And before fucking all 19 of yous go, no, not that kind of massage. I enjoy a deep tissue massage. I'll go for an hour and get that done. I get that done probably once a month, and I'll pay for that. Actually, the benefits, Victoria's benefits pay for that, so I don't have to even pay for that. But I don't mind that. So between the massage and the face, we're good. But I can't see doing the spa day where you go in and they give you a glass of champagne or a glass of wine and they do your feet, then they rub up your legs, then they do your hands and your arms, and then you strip down, they throw you on the table, and I cannot see that happen. I can't do that. That's just not going to happen. If I went, it would take 2 hours to cut my hair. No, that's damn near what it took them the first time they got into my beard, Robin. Fuck, it was ridiculous. It takes just 3 seconds in the Army. I'll make you uncomfortable. You'll hear buzz and it's done. Well, actually, they don't even buzz because, like, you can see it's starting to come. I'm actually going I'm going this week. So they do the hot towel on it. Right? They do the hot towel on it, and then they put a little bit of shave cream on it, and he pulls out that fucking straight, and whoop, gone. Whoop, gone. Takes him about not even 7 minutes, 8 minutes to do the whole head, and then he cuts it down here to the beard. I love it. I absolutely love it. Metallica or Megadeth? Metallica. It's good to be the king, bro. I embrace it. No, I'm nowhere near a king, Shannon, but I'm feeling good. I certainly am feeling good. There's who I was waiting to see if they got in here. How you doing, dog? Damn good to see you. I wish I'd guard dogs going gator hunting. I don't know, what is that? Is it gator hunting or gator fishing or gator trapping? What is it you do? What is it called? But he's got himself a bunch of tags and he's going out gator catching, snapping, cracking, fucking whatever you're gonna do, whatever you're doing, man. And I was talking with him yesterday briefly, and it's like, damn, I want to go. I've never done that, and I'm texting guard dog, and I'm using the talk and text. So Victoria's sitting beside me. She can hear me talking about this, right? She can hear me talking about this, and she's looking at me like, you want to go down there and go gator catching or hunting? And I'm like, hell yeah. Absolutely hell yeah. She's looking at me like I'm an absolute fucking retard. It's gator hunt. All right, there we go. So he's going gator hunting. Women always finance spa days. That's not true. That's not true. They don't always do it. You know, with the amount of daughters that I have, believe me, man, I've put many a young Filipino girl through fucking university from spa days. Them gators are gonna smell you miles away. I don't know. You know what, Butch? I don't know fuck all about it. I want to do it, though. I want to do it. I want to try. It's something I've never done. It looks, you know, I'm not going to say it looks fun, because not necessarily fun, but it looks exciting. It's something I've never done. It's something I want to try. I want to be able to do it and say that's something that, something I've done. I want to be able to look back and go, yeah, I've done that. You know, I've knocked a bunch of shit off my bucket list, right? The last big one was doing the ice roads, right? Doing the ice road trucking. That was a big bucket list. Gator hunting doing a gator hunt would be on my bucket list of what I want to do. Yes, you get it. Finance daddies, husbands, boyfriends. Yeah, and it's funny, Shannon, it doesn't matter, right? I got a daughter that lives in Australia, one that lives in Bali, Indonesia, two that live in Ontario, and two that live here. And it doesn't matter how many millions of miles away they are, their hands still manage to find their way into my pocket wrapped around my wallet. How does that happen? Somebody want to explain that to me? Karen, good to see you, sweetheart. Say hi to Alan. Hopefully you guys are okay. Hopefully you're not hot. I've got a good day. It's 23, but there's no wind. There's a light breeze and there's no humidity, so it's perfect for sitting out here. It's awesome heading out on an airboat hunting gators. Did it in 2015 on the Glades. I would love to do it. Like I said, gators won't smell you. They will feel the vibration of the boat. See, like, this is all shit that I know nothing about. This is I know nothing about, you know, and I want to do it because I know nothing about it. And I'll be honest with you, I'm a little, you know, it's a little intimidating and it's a little frightening, and it's one of those things that, you know, if something scares you, do it until it doesn't scare you anymore. So I want to go do it. That rock seeing you up north. Yeah, you catch those ice road videos. I put up a lot of videos while I was up on the ice roads there. That was pretty cool. That was pretty cool. What I can't believe is that Cascadia survived it. Right? That Cascadia survived that 3 months on the ice road. I came back. I had to put new shocks on it all the way around, and a couple of new mud flaps, a mud flap hanger. But other than that, man, that truck ran like a champ. That absolutely ran like a champ all the way through for those 3 months. That's love, Daddy-O. You know what? It is. And that's why you don't complain about it, right? That's why you don't complain about it, Shannon. You're in the same boat. You've got a boat. You know, you've got kids, you got grandbabes, and at any given time, there's a hand in your pocket, probably going, "Hey ma," or "Hey grandma," or whatever. It's Marie Leanne Fenton, nice name. Can you listen to my song called "Devil in Disguise"? Devil in Disgust. You want to finish that off for us? What if I can't eat bread because it makes me shit my brains out? Well, I can't eat bread either. And Victoria and I, we were talking about this the other day. When I eat anything bready, especially white bread is the worst. I bloat. I mean, I bloat the size of, my stomach just goes out like this. Now, I'm not a fat guy by any means, right? I'm not super skinny, and I'm not, I don't have a fucking rack and six pack going on here, but I'm not by any means a big fat guy, or I'm not overweight. But let me tell you, if I eat like just a sandwich and the white bread, or a sub with white bread, my stomach just goes bloop like that, and it gets as hard as a ball. So I can't eat bread anymore. You spelled death wrong on your shirt. Well, it's I didn't spell it. Go look up the band. They take full credit for their misspellings. Can't be any worse than your old lady's mud flaps. Oh, Aviator, coming in strong. Yes, a truckload. I work for them. Yeah, I know. We all do. We all do. Same here, and then I run like a faucet. There you go. Scream for $1 million. I tell you what. Yeah, exactly, Cragrat. Show me the money. Name 3 countries in Africa. No. No. Freeway, good to see you, man. Here's my brother from California. The only Californian allowed to walk through here freely without taking any shit. You got extreme diarrhea right now? Well, you better get a handle on that. Don't let it run away on you. Ha! Oh, I'm disappointing with that cool shirt that you do not name any countries in Africa. Sorry, Daniel. Oh, Brian, don't think I told you, due to medical issues. He's officially retired due to medical issues. Now, Karen, is he able to collect his pension early? Well, again, I don't know how old Alan is. And please don't put up here how old he is. But is he able to collect pension or anything like that? Or does he qualify for, like, I know how serious Alan's medical issues are. Is he able to collect at least disability or something? I truly hope so. I hope so. He's 9N, CPP disability. Okay. Okay. What's your favorite? Extreme diarrhea is like speech time in the House of Parliament. Yeah, pretty much. Sorry, what's your favorite pickup truck or off-duty truck to drive? Just to drive and drive alone? The Dodge Ram TRX. Basically the Hellcat that they stuck inside the Dodge Ram. If you've never driven one, drive it. They are a fucking howl, and they are great. They're a lot of fun to drive. Now, if you're talking about for utility, for work, I don't know. I'm still a Dodge guy. I would probably go with the 3500 dually. You know, get the big boy, get it loaded up. Nice truck, comfortable. Do I know about Tata Trucks? I know that the owner of Tata Trucks, what the hell's his name? He owns just about everything. What the hell's that guy's name? Smart dude. But he's basically got an auto empire over there. He's got his hand. If he doesn't own pretty much everything over there, he owns a piece of everything over there. Same boat that I got thrown in, Canada Disability Pension. I don't know anything about that. Like I've never collected unemployment. I've never collected welfare, like social assistance. I've never collected any of that. So I don't know. I don't know how much it pays. Like disability, I don't know if how much disability pays you. Do they pay you by the week, by the month, I don't know. And is it enough to live on? You know, I hope so. What's your favorite pickup truck to have extreme diarrhea in? Well, if you need to get to the bathroom, take the TRX. It'll get you there quick. But if you're not going to make it, probably do it in a Toyota Tundra. What do you think of the newest Megadeth album? Michael, I haven't heard of a new Megadeth album. Excuse me. I have not heard. If there is one, I haven't heard it, and I have not heard that they dropped one. Be honest with you. Plus, he's qualified for disability tax credit, and they went back 10 years to the start of the issues. Okay, that's good. James Pretty on YouTube had TRX stolen. They are a hot commodity. They are a very, very, very hot commodity. They're getting stolen left, right, and center in Canada. I think next to the Honda Civic and the Honda Civic and the Acura something or another, which are the two most stolen vehicles in Canada. I think the TRX is number 3. Dodge is solid. I can't say that they're solid, they're solid because I like the older cars, right? Like the 65 to 75 for Dodge. And I like don't get me wrong, I like the new Dodge, I like the new Hellcats, the Challengers and the Chargers. Challenger more than the Charger. And I like the Dodge pickup trucks, but I think quality-wise, I think Chev and Ford their quality and workmanship is better than Dodge's. They've got less problems than Dodge does. But I'm just old school fucking. That's the way I've always been. I've always loved Dodge. I've always been a Mopar guy. What's going on, Tyrannus? Good to see you, brother. I get $1,029 a month. Jesus Christ, you can't live on that. I couldn't live on that. $1,029 a month, dude. I'd be fucking peddling reserve cigarettes on the side just to supplement my income if that was the case. $1,029 a month. Are you crazy? Now I know the cost of living in Nova Scotia is substantially cheaper than where it is in Ontario or where I live even here, but still $1,029. Now too far as well. I get it. Like. Your girl, she's working and she's got a good job, so it's not just you guys aren't living on just your income. So, but still there should be more than that, man. There should be more than that. Who's your favorite ass hat right now? I have a favorite ass hat right now, but I won't say his name on YouTube because he's got a YouTube channel too. Disability is monthly, and he's maxed out at $1,500. Fuck me. Like, see, Karen, that's still. I guarantee you, Karen, right now where you live, I know where you live. I won't say it, obviously, but I know where you live, and I can tell you right now that $1,500 probably doesn't even pay your rent. Like, that is crazy. Please, I need assistance with money. Well, Chima, if you need assistance, then go wherever you got to go to get it. Don't beg for it. Don't beg for it. If you're an able-bodied person and you can work, then go to work. If you don't like the jobs that are being offered, take one anyway until you can find something that you want to do. his disability pension 8s for 2 issues. Jolie W, can you please say Coley? Sure. Gross and slap in the face. Gross and slap in the face. Yeah. Glad that I have a way to make it no matter. Dude, so am I. So am I. Brian, I haven't worked since July last year. You know why I get 300 pound a month of government to let be on its bullshit after working all my life? See, that's fucking crazy. That's insane. I love Mopar, but Dodge rear ends are trash. Well, the new ones are. The new ones are. Tyrannus, you're not talking about like the 68, 69 Challengers, like that kind of thing, or the Super Bs or shit like that. You're talking about the new ones, right? Love is forever. Yo, Pop. Hey, what's going on? Yo, Gramps. I love it. I am a grandfather, by the way. I've got 6 daughters. 6 daughters, ranging from age 33 to 23, right? The oldest is 33, the youngest is 23, okay? And out of 6 daughters, I've got 1 granddaughter. I couldn't even get a grandson. I got 1 grandchild, and it's a girl as well. But I mean, 6 daughters and only 1 grandchild? You telling me like there couldn't have been 1 broken condom, 1 missed pill, 1 oops, like nothing? Actually, rent is the same price as Toronto. What, Nova Scotia? Oh, come on. I can't believe that. I can't believe that. You look like you enjoy the UFC. The Punisher, not anymore. Not anymore. The last UFC fight that I took seriously was when George fought Michael Bisping for the middleweight title and won. That was the last one I took. Up until that time, I was following UFC religiously. And then I just lost interest in it. It really wasn't worth watching anymore. And just my opinion, right? And, I don't, and that, well, no, that's not 100% true, because I did watch Conor fight Khabib. I watched that fight. And I think if Conor was to come back and start fighting again, I would probably watch that. I'd like to see if John Jones comes back and does another fight. I'd watch that. But do I follow it religiously like I used to? No, not so much anymore. Yeah, that's all it covers. That's insane. That's insane. Things I've taken to an extreme term. My diarrhea has a gun and it is taking me hostage. Can't he draw Social Security early if he's fully disabled? We're in Canada, right? They're in Canada. Social Security, we up here it's called CPP, Canada Pension Plan. And I think it works a little differently. I don't think you can draw your pension plan before 65. I don't think. You know what? Freeway, I'm not going to say that's fact, but I don't think you can. Let's just say that you're not going to Vegas and buying... You're not going to Vegas and buying motorcycles on that. No, hell no. You're not going to Vegas. Dude, if you're going to Vegas, man, you're going to be gambling with what, $10? Tell us about important that will help us in your whole life. Dinesh, don't let your dick run your life. And live every single day as if it's your last. Because one morning you're going to wake up and you're going to be right. Damn, Bill Jennings, damn. Something that no one will tell me. Well, I just told you. 6 and 10 years, damn it. Damn. Yeah, not bad, eh? Although I think a lot of those nights, Bill, I was working a lot harder than she was. Maybe it's you. That's a lot of trips to the store for tampons, Gramps. Oh, dude. Wes, let me tell you, if I would have known, I would have bought stock in Playtex or Tampax or whatever. I'd have bought whoever, Procter & Gamble, right? Procter & Gamble makes all that shit. I'd have been buying up. I'd have been a billionaire by now. I never had a mistake that I know of. Well, I did. I did. Robin, I think you even know the story. You know, I had 5 daughters. And then 3 years ago, I got that magical knock, on the door. It's like, hey, Dad. I was like, oops. Do you remember such and such? I'm like, yeah. And they're like, I'm here. And DNA don't lie, right? It's not like I could sit there and go, I don't think so. Well, DNA doesn't lie, man. A 2-bedroom apartment or a house is between $2,300 and $3,000 and nothing. Where's that? Nova Scotia? Fuck, man. Go to Newfoundland. Go to Newfoundland. Connor is probably returning next year. Well, here's the thing about Connor. Oops, sorry, guys. Connor McGregor. He doesn't need to. Come on, man. The guy's worth over $500 million. Net worth of over $500 million. If you had that, and you could afford the lifestyle, right? And you could afford your family's taken care of, like all of your family's taken care of. You've set up some friends. You've set up your family. If all of that is taken care of, and you're comfortable, and he's young, why would you want to go stand in the octagon and take shots to the face? Right? Like, really? Like, why would you want to stand there and let somebody literally beat the shit out of you? For what? Another $25 million that you just don't need? You know, there's no more room in the guy's mattress for any more money. So why would you take that? Really? Like, I don't know if I would. You know, if he's still got the drive and the heart of a champion and he wants to fight, that's one thing. But I don't think he does. I don't think he does. Goodbye, friend. Well, I'll see you later. Don't worry about the rest of the 500 you owe me. Best wishes. I don't owe you a fucking penny. And you better watch your mouth on YouTube, and you better watch your mouth about who else you're talking about on YouTube, because we've all been talking and we know what you're saying. Be very careful, Sterling. Very, very, very careful. There's enough on you out there right now that would fucking bury you under a heap of shit that you'd never get out from underneath of. I've never fucking taken a penny from you. That's a good catch there. Good, nice of you to put that in there. But I've never fucking taken a penny from you. I've never asked you for a fucking dime. No, you can't, Brian. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. Gramps, you are spitting facts and I love it. I've subscribed. Well, thanks, Punisher. Appreciate that. I'll take the sub. Do you like Rick Ashley? Never gonna give you up. Fuck, man. That was... I don't know how old I was when that came out. I was probably like my late teens when that first came out, that song came out. And because I didn't listen to that genre of music, right? I was a metalhead. And when that came out and we saw him dancing in that video, come on. You telling me that wasn't funny as shit? That was the funniest fucking stuff I have ever heard in my life. All right. And then he turned around 2 or 3 years ago and recut it and did another video of him at his age now. I gotta say, it wasn't bad. It wasn't bad. It's not the type of music I listen to, but it's not too bad. It wasn't too bad. The guy made, I don't know how many millions of dollars off that one song back in the late 80s or mid 80s or whenever it came out. He probably ran out of money, so he re-recorded the song, redid the video, and he's probably made himself another couple $1 million. So there you go. Yeah, it's in Nova Scotia. That's incredible. That's incredible. $2,300 in Nova Scotia. That's crazy. I know that like my youngest daughter just moved out of Hamilton, and she was paying $1,850 for a 1-bedroom. That, Karen, I shit you not, it was so goddamn small you had to go outside to change your mind. Right, in Oakville, and $1,850 for that, and that was ridiculous. And when she moved out, the new people that were moving in, she was talking to them and everything. The rent went up to $2,200. I mean, for a broom closet, like for a broom closet. Don, you know nothing. Well, Don, I might know nothing, but I'm still sitting here gabbing, so. Connor has an ego, though. He does. Let me tell you, he's got a huge ego. But it's like the Maverick Top Gun. His mouth is gonna fucking write checks his body can't cash anymore, or his ego is gonna write checks that his body can't cash. Won't move to Newfoundland. Just watching all the forest fires in Newfoundland. Well, I don't know what to say. I'm on Sterling's side. Pick a side. No side doesn't matter to me. I don't care. I live in a 40 foot fifth wheel. Very comfortable and get to enjoy life a little. Hey, you know what? I'm glad for you, man. I'm really, really glad for you. I'm glad that what happened to you happened to you. I'm glad that you made it through that. The old lady saved your life, busted a couple ribs doing it. Bam, good on her. But I'm glad that you're able to be in the position you're in right now, and you're doing okay, man. What did I miss? You know what, Freeway, you didn't really miss anything. You didn't. Unfortunately for you, you know what? It's drama, and you didn't miss it. You're not missing anything. I dismissed it a month and a half ago, and didn't give it a second thought until just now. So. Do I like Rammstein? I don't have any in my music. Skeeter. I don't have any on my playlist. I probably should, because when I do hear it, I do enjoy it. It's one of those that, like, there's like 1,000 bands out there that I still want to listen to and discover. That's on my list of bands that I want to listen to and discover. I just haven't. I'll get there one day. But they're a solid band, a solid metal band. You know what I mean? Pardon me, you're a wonderful audience. That's what it's like there. Well, I get it. I do get it. Rents out here. You can rent. Well, for example, my daughter just got a 2-bedroom apartment in Edmonton, and it's 16 and change, but that includes her utilities. So compare that to where you're living and what you're doing now, Karen. Right? She was $16.50. It includes it. It doesn't include her internet. Right, and it doesn't include, like, obviously her satellite or anything like that. But her hydro, her water, her power, all her shit is all included in that. $16.50, and it's a 2-bedroom apartment, and it's actually a 3-story walk up, so it's actually nice. It's actually really nice. Stray kids. I don't know fuck all about stray kids. Wheelburner, is this a troll or some schizo you two know? Is who a troll? Shit, did someone say beer? Did I say beer? I didn't say beer. You must have heard that in your head. I can't imagine it being so much fun trying to troll you. Let him troll. I got no problem with trolls. I'll take the view. Thanks, man. Punisher, be careful. If you're talking about beer and you're talking about 2-4, it's something you might want to consider. Make sure your life insurance policy is up to date. Make sure that you've already got your Uber ride home to wherever you need to go. And make sure you've got really good health benefits in case it doesn't kill you. Because if you're going to go drinking beer with 2-4, 2-4 is a good old East Coast Canadian boy. Okay, so all the Europeans come over, like the Germans and this, all the hard drinking fucking, all the Scots and all the hard drinking beer drinkers, and They get into it with a couple of the boys out on the East Coast, and they get back on their boat, their rowboat, and they go back to wherever they're from, and they're like, fuck that, I'm never going back. I'm never going back there in my life. So I'm just telling you, make sure you've got all your affairs in order before you go drinking with 2-4. He doesn't have that name for nothing. A 1-bedroom apartment is $2,500 there. That's $2,500 US. That's like 30. Fuck. That's like 35. That's like $3,400 Canadian, dude. That's $3,400 Canadian. $3,400 Canadian. Like where I live here, I can rent an entire house for that, man. You know, I can rent an entire house for $3,400. I can probably get it for way less than that. $3,400 would be my rent and my utilities if I was renting a house out here. $2,500, that's crazy. From chat's perspective, whoever's trolling you in Sterling is coming across as a big gay. Oh, that's Jason Rules. I got an email yesterday or the day before. Why he decided to send it to me. He sent me a picture of Sterling's wedding. Sterling at his fucking wedding. Where he got that picture is beyond me, but why he's sending it to me is beyond me as well. He sent it to me. He sent it to Victoria. Whatever. That guy. It's Jason Rules, but he keeps changing his name, Tyrannus, to something else. And yeah, he is a bit gay. I got that poster of your shirt signed. Poster of my shirt? Steve, what are you talking about? 2-4 sounds like an awesome guy. Yeah, until you've been drinking with him for a weekend. And then you get in your car and you go home and you go, I'm never doing that again. Me and Robert will give 2-4 a run for his money. Well, you don't have enough money and he can run, so... Ubers are crazy people. I've never taken an Uber. I don't even have the Uber app on my phone. I wouldn't know how to order one if I had to. Where I live in Strathmore here, we actually still got cabs. And it's a flat rate, right? Because the town is so small. So you pay $12 and you go anywhere you want in town. So I don't know. I've never taken an Uber. $2,700 in Michigan. What's that for, Steve? Houses are 3,000 to 4,000. Oh my God! And again, that's U.S. Oh my God! Oh, you mean this shirt? You got this shirt? Okay. I fucking didn't clue in. Okay, you got this shirt, but you got it at the concert. I didn't. This isn't their concert shirt. One of my kids gave this one to me, or for it was either Father's Day or Christmas or something like that, or for my birthday. I've got some really good originals, like from the concerts. But the ones I've got from the concerts are from like back in the mid to late 80s, early 90s, right? Crew, Metallica, AC/DC. Who else have I got? And I very rarely wear them because they're just like literally you could go like this and pull on it and the threads would just come apart on them. So I never saw Megadeth though, Steve. I've never seen Megadeth live. I would love to, but I don't even know. Are they I think Megadeth is only doing the big festivals, right? The metal festivals. I don't think they're actually doing tours. But if for any reason they ever came like to Calgary or to Edmonton, I'd definitely go. Challenge accepted. You guys got to be careful what you're talking about here. I don't want to be responsible for someone breaking out in a drunk. Give a man a shirt and he'll wear it once. Tell a man he looks good in it and he'll wear it for a lifetime. Dude, I've got, honest to God, if you look in my closet, you go in our walk-in closet, right? I've got an entire whole side pretty much of just concert t-shirts. Just concert t-shirts hanging. And Victoria was laughing the other day because I put them all in alphabetical order. I do. I put all like alphabetical order. So from AC/DC to Zeppelin, right? So from bloop, all my concert shirts in order. She starts laughing at me because she I think she went to hang one up. I went, no, hold it, doesn't go there. I just A, B, C, D. Up there we go, right there. It's like, about 13 deep now. There you go. There you go. I put mine in tubes. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. I know somebody else that does that as well. My cousin Johnny does that. He'll take like older t-shirts, and he's got, they're made of plastic, and they're about that long, and he does exactly that. What he'll do is he'll lay the t-shirt out on a flat table, fold it in a specific way, and then roll it, and then put it into the tube, and when he pulls it out, there's not a wrinkle in it. Looks like Izzy got snapped. For 10, Izzy got timed out for 10 seconds. All right, that's healthy, I guess. Say it once. I'm not behind in the comments, so if you got something you'll want to put up there, put it up there. But just put it up once. If by chance I miss it and like 3 or 4 minutes go by, throw it up again. But don't put 10 of them up there. I'm just gonna ignore it. Or Crag Rat or Tolga or someone's gonna fucking time you out. I put shirts in vinyl jackets. I've never done that. Sabbath, Foo Fighters, So Tool, Eminem, Rage Festival shirts, Taylor W. I haven't been to a good festival in a long time. Long time. I guess the last festival I was at in Canada, Jesus, it would be over 10 years ago now. Probably more than that, was SARS. They did it down at the Air Force Base in Toronto. And I think there was 16 bands. It was the headliner was the Rolling Stones. Then it was AC/DC. Then Rush, the Guess Who, Justin Timberlake. Who else? There was a bunch of bands. There was a bunch of bands that were big. There were a bunch of Canadian bands were on there. Probably bands that you guys wouldn't know, but yeah. Tons of shirts and posters. Obviously I don't have any posters anymore, but I used to have the posters as well. And then kind of, I left home at 17, so the posters didn't go with me. I'm seeing the Kings of Thrash. There you go. There you go. That would be awesome. Like I said, unfortunately, Alberta is not on the big stage for rock concerts. Like we get the odd one come through Calgary or say Edmonton. Those are the two big cities in Alberta. But no, we don't get the big, like you go, like in Ontario, Toronto, right? So when the big bands like say Megadeth or say Metallica or AC/DC or any of those big bands when they do decide to come to Canada, they're going to Toronto. They're going to Montreal, right? They're going to Vancouver. They're going to Victoria. And then they might do a smaller city like Winnipeg, but for some reason they always seem to miss Calgary and Edmonton. My buddy John was at the Stampede near you, Brian. No, the Stampede was, I think, almost a month ago now. I didn't go. Are you crazy? It's pandemonium downtown because the Stampede grounds are pretty much in the downtown area of Calgary, and it's like, a million people come in and shut the city down. Either way, I didn't go to it anyway. But last week, we have in Strathmore, we have the Stampede, the Strathmore Stampede, and it's all the exact same events as the Calgary Stampede, just on a smaller scale. So we had like all the bull riding, the bronc riding, the bareback riding, those crazy broads doing those fucking barrels, right? Everything that they do up there, they were doing here, and we went to that. Fantastic! It's one of the most fantastic things you've ever seen, man. It really is. You're close to Detroit? Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm just I'm just fucking with you, Steve. Dang wheel burner. Pimp Jade. Hey, long time. Looking good, brother. Long time since I've caught a live stream. Hope you've been well and enjoying a stogie here in the dirty, enjoying a stogie here in the dirty south. Dude, I have not been enjoying stogies. I will be. I don't know what it is. I can smoke them again now. My mouth is fine. I'm good. I can smoke cigars all I want if I want. But I'm just not there yet. I want to go faster horses. Dude, I saw fucking those women that do those barrel racing, the barrel racing. Like it's exciting watching the guys ride the bulls. And I've got a ton of footage from that. And I don't know why I didn't put any up on the channel. I don't know. But anyway, the most fucking not idiotic thing, the craziest thing that I saw was those girls doing the barrel racing. They are nuts. They are crazy, fucking batshit crazy nuts. I'm telling you. Those girls, and they are talented. And tough as nails. One girl, that horse had to be doing, I don't know how fast it's going. Let's just say it's going, I don't know, what, 40 miles an hour. And she went off it. And she tumbled and it looked like a fucking, she was cartwheeling through the air. Boom. Hit the fucking ground. Up she came, not a scratch on her. Tough as nails. She probably cried a little when she got back. But, ugh. Forgot to send them with your iron brew. Yeah, well, it's not here. I figured that. Roll some weed. It's healthier. I'm not allowed, dude. I'm not allowed. Honestly. If I was allowed to roll weed, king from the four, I probably would. But I'm not allowed. I'm a recovered addict and a recovered alcoholic. So I don't partake in any of it. I don't smoke dope, I don't do any kind of drugs, and I don't drink any kind of alcohol. This is it. This and cigars. You know? You know they make hats with something on them. Let me tell you. Corn-fed girl, no shit. Tough as fucking neighbors. 12 years sober off pills. Good for you, man. Good for you. Absolutely happy for you. Glad to hear that. Shit, I gotta remember to try Iron Brew. Well, shit, you said that last time I went live. Shit. I don't have any. I went and they had Crush. Now, I'm not a big Crush fan, right? But they had the mixed variety pack. I think there's 36 or something in it, the big one. So I got one of those. We were at Costco, and we got one of those. So I'm working my way through grape, which I'm not a big fan of, but I love cream soda and I love root beer, but Victoria loves root beer more than me. So we kind of like, I drink them when she's not looking, when she's not home, but I crush through the cream sodas. What are your top 3 favorite songs of all time? Leonard Skinner's Give Me Back My Bullets. That's a tough fucking question, man. That is a tough fucking question. Let me tell you. Nothing? That is a tough question because there's so many. Whole lot of Rosie, AC/DC. And Over the Hills Far Away by Zeppelin. Like if you're putting the pressure on me right now, top 3, those are probably my top 3. 2-4, you ever try Iceberg in the blue bottle? What the duck is Iron Brew? Plays on the freeway. It's Scottish soda, or it's Scottish pop. It's an orange flavor, but it's a very distinct orange taste. It's not like drinking orange pop like Fanta or Crush or anything like that. It's very distinct, and I absolutely love it. I love it. It's a good thing I don't live in Scotland next to the Iron Brew plant, because I'd be that's all I'd be doing. I'd be working there. I'd be living there. I'd be working there, and that's all I'd be drinking. Dewana, good to see you. How are you? I've been doing okay. I'm just sitting back right now. All my work for the day is done. I was able to get on it early this morning and take care of anything I needed to take care of, and now here I am. I'm just killing time. I got a beautiful day. It's about 23, 24 degrees, nice lazy breeze, no humidity. I'm not complaining, man. I miss Tahiti Treat coat product. I love Tahiti Treat. I'll make you uncomfortable, Robin. I used to drink that shit by the gallons. Tahiti Treat. Sounds of Silence. Yeah. Not the original. I drink beer only, no hard liquor. The only reason I'm not locked up. Well, my problem was I probably should have drank more beer than hard liquor. And believe me, I was a low bottom drunk. Like, I was a coke fiend, right? I was a drug addict first, right? So I was a coke and crack fiend. I loved it. But my drink of choice, I was not a fancy fuck by any means, man. I drank Jim Beam. It was cheap. It was delicious. And it did the trick. You know, it did the trick. It did what I wanted to do. Good to see you, Dewana. Are you retired? Kyle, semi. I'm no longer trucking. I'm no longer driving. I've got a little thing on the side with that I do from home here, and so I do take care of that and whatever. But am I fully retired? No, not quite yet. Not quite yet. But am I working Monday to Friday, 9 to 5, sweating my ass off? Hell no. I don't leave my house. Mohawk vodka. Never had it. That's the shitty thing. I got clean and sober 32 years ago. In 1993, I got sober and clean and sober. And all the new alcohol that's come out since then, oh man, I have missed a lot. From what I understand, I have missed a lot of good shit. Like, there is some really good fucking bourbon out there now that I would have loved, right? Never in my life did I ever think, though, if I quit drinking, I'm going to miss all this good booze. But apparently I have, because I've got some friends. And every once in a while, if I'm at somebody's house and they've got like one of these new types of bourbons or something, I'll sniff it, give it a sniff, right? I can pretty much tell you if it's good booze or bad booze just by the sniff. Are you from Canada? Yeah, Alberta, Canada. I'm in the second last province out west. BC is the next province next to me. And if you're an American, my province borders with Montana. If I go 3 hours that way right now, I can be in Montana. It's cheap U.S. vodka. Oh, I see. I would have liked that. I love Canadians. Well, you know what? We love you too. I can do that with weed. I can't, you know what? I could probably smoke weed. I just don't, because just out of my own fear, right? It's my own fear. I don't smoke weed because I had a drug problem, and I smoked weed too. But I had a drug problem, and I think if I was to start smoking weed again, eventually that would stop working. The weed, because I never smoked or did drugs for any other reason but to escape, right? So if I smoked a joint right now and got high and got a real nice buzz, well, my brain would start thinking, well, if this is good and this buzz is good, hey, let's break out a couple lines, right? Or let's grab a pipe and grab a couple rocks, So can you ban me for a sub? You want me to ban you so you sub to my channel? Well, I can if you really want me to. My grandfather was Canadian. Well, he was a great man, let me tell you. only maggots and fairies live in Alberta. Big Steamin' John. Big Steamin' John. That sounds like a big steaming pile of shit is what that sounds like. Come on up to Alberta. Conservative. We're light on the fairies. Come on up. See, it was never weed. I don't need anything else. I just don't. I don't because I don't trust myself. I really just don't trust myself, right? That's just I know my personality. I know my addiction. I don't trust myself. It's easier just for me to stay away from everything. And you know what? I'll be honest with you. I haven't had to spend any more time in jail. I haven't been arrested. I haven't been in any bar. Well, that's not true. I've been in a couple scraps, but it wasn't because it was a drunken bar fight and I was drunk and I was in a bar fight. Blah 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 blah. But and I'll be honest with you. I have a nice roof over my head. I've got a good woman. I've got, if I want to go do something, I do it. If I want to go somewhere, I go. If I want to fucking travel, I travel. If I want to go buy something, I buy it. I wouldn't have all of that if I was still drinking and drugging. So I would prefer to keep my life now the way it is than go back to the way it was. Fred Durst, you're not the first one to say that. You Scottish original? No, I'm Icelandic. My relatives came over from Iceland. I'm Icelandic, Scottish, German, and something else. So that means I'm a drunk Viking. There you go. My family owns the Danforth Music Hall in Canada, if you've ever heard of it. I know where the Danforth is. You go down to the... I lived in Ontario. I lived just outside of Toronto. I've spent fucking years in Toronto. And we call it going down to the Danforth, right? The Danforth Music Hall. I saw Jeff Healy. There's a whole shit ton of bands I've seen at Danforth. Your family owns it. Good on them. It's a good place. No mind you, I haven't been there in a few years. Like I said, I live out in Alberta now, but we tried to get citizenship, but my grandfather had to be a government employee. I don't know about that. Alberta is America soon. I don't think so. Not quite. Sorry, Steve, I missed something. What? Oh, that was during World War II. Okay. Chicken fat, Alberta's number one. In my opinion, it is. I lived in Ontario all my life. I've been in every province. I trucked for a lot of years. So I've been, in every single province. I've put my foot in the ocean on coast to coast. I've been in every single province. I've never been to Yukon territories or the Northwest territories, right? Those are two territories, or two of the territories, and Nunavut. I've never been to Nunavut. But I've been to all of the provinces. And of all the provinces that I've ever spent time in, I would have to say that, Alberta is probably the best one. The pace and the lifestyle, the pace of living, the style, the way in which people carry themselves, the cost. If you wrap all of that into a ball, it's hard to beat. It really is. What was I addicted to? I was addicted to coke and crack. And alcohol. How was jail time? I enjoy sitting here much better. J-Rock with a beard. There's our boy. Look at there's Tyke Trucking. So we got two Brits. Okay. Gotta be careful now. Good to see you, Robert. How the hell are you, my friend? Long time. I keep meaning to send you a message and text you before I go live because I know that you're so goddamn busy. But I'm glad you found your way in, man. Thanks for being here, man. I miss you a lot. I can do whatever I want. That's why I just smoke. Well, you know what? Then you have better self-control and discipline than I do. That's all I'll say. You do. You have much better discipline and self-control than I do. You sound like Bret Hart. I do not sound like Bret Hart. No, I'm not a real Viking. God damn. I've never been to Iceland. You like the beard, Duana? All groomed down and trimmed and all done up nice? Not bad. How old are you? HM? I'm 55. 55. Some days I feel 75 and some days I feel 25. 24 says I'm 250. If you know what, if I'm 255 years old, I'm a Guinness record holder. I want my plaque. I've been everywhere, man. I love that song, plays. Freeway, I love that song. What do you do in your free time? I used to golf. I don't do a lot of golfing. I do. I've recently got back into motorcycles, and I'm actually thinking of doing another small side thing on the side with some bikes and just doing some tinkering. Buying up some old bikes that need to be, stripped down, rebuilt, put back together, and just kind of flip them off, and just to keep my hand in it, just to play. I went to Iceland this morning for groceries. Is your addiction gone? No, man, your addiction's never gone. That monster never goes away. That monster is always in there. It's always in here, right? The monster never goes away. For the rest of, I am only that far away. You heard that saying? Like that, I am only one arm length away from my next fucking disaster. So no, that monster doesn't go away. The addiction never goes away. How I deal with the urges, cravings, and how to live my life sober and clean. That's how you keep that monster at bay. But that evil bastard's still in there. It never goes away. The addiction never leaves. Love that sexy Santa look. Ah, I knew you would. I knew you would. I might grow, but for winter, I might grow the big one back out again, get the big old beard out. But I don't know. I'm kind of digging this now. I've had this now for a couple of months. I don't even do this myself. I go to a barber, like a full-on man's barber shop, and they get them to do it, and they cut it in and do all the shit. And fuck the one. I love it. I'm actually enjoying it. So you know what? I may just keep this. Look good for 55? Oh, thanks. Nothing. I appreciate that. Wife wants to know when we're shaving beards. That got put away. Freeway, you know what? I should have reached out to you especially. I apologize. Obviously I was off YouTube for about almost 7 weeks, 8 weeks, or whatever I was gone. I had some other things of importance going on in my life that I had to take care of, and YouTube wasn't even in the picture. So I had to, and that would have been while we were doing the charity beard drive, beard shave. So I am upset over the fact that we didn't do it this year. I might try to do something for the fall. I know that the Forgotten Angels is going to have a roundup in the fall, and I might talk to David and Cindy and see if we can do something that coincides with what they're doing. But you know what? It pissed me off that I couldn't do it, but it was just I had to take care of some other things, you know. I used to smoke one and only one cigarette after sex. I was going through a carton a day. Oh, Gibson, you wish. You wish. Next thing you know, you're going to tell us you got 10 pounds of dangling fury hanging between your legs. He is young. I am. 55 ain't old these days. 55 ain't old. Let me tell you, man. You know, fuck my family. Well, the women in my family live to be like fucking into their 90s. They break 100. It's not uncommon for the women in my family. Like, my mom's 80. My grandmother passed away just a couple of years ago, and I would have been like 53, I think she was late 90s. My great grandmother, she broke 100. So the women live for fucking ever in my family. My dad is 80. I think my dad's 81, and he's the longest living male in our family. No other male has made it out of their 60s into their 70s comfortably. My father is now 80 and still alive. I'm ageless. Oh, dude. I'm one of those guys, like, you're gonna cut me in half when I die and find the cure to every known fucking problem in the world. For real, I've been struggling with my addiction, almost quit my job this past weekend. TY, get help, man. Get help. Dude, if it's something that's affecting your life and you can't live your life, get help with it. Eventually, you're going to have no choice. I heard, and it was always told to me that drugs and alcohol are magic erasers. Everything that you have in your life, alcohol and drugs will erase. If you got a good wife, they'll take that. You got a good family, drugs and alcohol, they'll take that for you. You got a good job, they'll take that for you. So eventually you better get a grip on it, and you better get a hold of it, and you better get some help before you're going to bottom out eventually. And when you bottom out, hopefully it's, you don't bottom out and you're not a hard bottom where you've already lost everything, right? Hopefully you bottom out and you've still got your family, you've still got some health, you've got whatever. Don't let it go, man. Good job staying clean. Thanks, man. I don't take credit for it, all of it. I've had to do the heavy lifting, but I've had a lot of good people around me supporting me. Have I ever been in Ottawa? I've been to Ottawa thousands. I was in the convoy, that trucker convoy in 2022. I was in that. You're on my YouTube channel. Go back on my channel to 2022. My truck was the 17th truck into Ottawa. I was parked right on Wellington Street, right in front of the Parliament buildings. Go watch some of those videos. You'll see us in Ottawa. Do all folks in Quebec talking in French? They want to, but they do. A lot of them know English. If you get up into the northern areas of Quebec, they don't speak any English. They don't know English. But for the most part, if you're in any of the major cities, you get like Montreal, Boucherville, Quebec City, Saint Laurent, any of those areas like that, they speak English and French. They don't want to, but they will. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. You like the beard, keep going how you like it, man. You know what? I love it like this. I do. The other thing is, like, smoke, when I had the big beard, like I had a great big fucking huge ZZ Top Santa Claus. Dude, I woke up every morning. It's in my mouth. It's fucking wrapped around my neck. It would be like holy Christ. And the maintenance, you think women have a hard time with maintenance on their hair? Holy shit, man. A beard like that? You want to create the lemon party? No. You look nearly as good looking as me now, Brian. Oh, Robert, I'm far off, baby. You're still the king, Robert. You're still the man, brother. I'm nowhere close. You're the king. I'm just a prince, son. I keep stepping on it. I'm assuming you're talking about your beard and not your jock, eh? My brain says I'm 25. Clock says I'm 50. What? You're 11 or 12 beers into it, so I'm going to try to translate here. My brain says I'm 25. Clock says I'm 54. Body says I'm 95. 2-4? Exactly. I know exactly how you feel. I'm 46 and fucked. A lot of us are. A lot of us were. I've had to slow down. For me, I've had to put some of my ego aside to realize that I can't play as hard as I did when I was like 25 or even 35. Right? I just can't. I can't do that anymore. The body won't do it. The brain wants to. The soul is young. The brain wants to go. The body just can't do it, man. It's like putting a Hellcat engine into a fucking a fucking Pinto. It's like, it doesn't work, man. Although I try once in a while, and I'll pay the price for it. But I hopefully I have fun. 9. Yeah, okay. Larry 32, I have a question. Hey man, knock yourself out. Ask anything you want. Dodalina, good to see you. How you doing? Do you speak German? Because I'm German. Paul, I do not speak German. Unfortunately, I do not. I speak English, and sometimes I don't even do well with that. I can get by with French, only because of we have a French province of Quebec. I don't speak it very well, but if you're talking to me in French, I can interpret what you're trying to tell me, and I can ask certain things. I can ask for directions. I can ask for the bathroom. I can ask, like shit like that. But do I speak French or? No, unfortunately, I don't. I'd like to learn to speak Spanish. I would really, really, really like to learn to speak Spanish. I find Spanish one of the sexiest languages in the world. HD, good to see you. Good day, good sir. Thank you very much for being here. I'm 60, nearly 61 next month, and I'm still in my prime. I don't doubt it, baby. You're still hard going, man. I can't keep up with you. And right below you is Crag Rat, and I'm buggered. Do I know WWE? No, I don't know. I don't know anything about the WWE. I know that Hulk Hogan died a couple of weeks ago, and that's about it, man. Unfortunately, sorry. Damn, you're still at it. Yeah, I was only planning to do just a little bit, a little one. What are we at here? Like an hour and 40, something like that? Whatever. We're not gonna do. We don't do long lives anymore. We don't do 4, 5, 6 hour lives anymore. I try to keep them. I try to keep them at about 2 hours, two and a bit. Mostly because you run out of shit to talk about. Unless something's happening right in front of my eyes. Um, I don't know if you guys can hear that. There's a guy that just lives over here, and he's got a 442 Cutlass. I don't know what year it is. I can only see the front grill in his driveway, in his garage. But he's got a double car garage, and that's him. He's out there working on it right now. And so if you keep hearing like a loud growling noise, it's him giving that thing some gas over there. What? Y'all are youngins. Well, you're only as young as you feel. Some days I feel, like I said, Freeway, some days I feel like I'm 20 years old. Some days I feel like I'm fucking 120 years old. You know? I do know now that I'm enjoying, I've come out of the truck, I'm no longer driving, so I don't have that physical part of it. And I know that I'm enjoying this. I'm enjoying the simpler life. I'm home every single day, actually. My girl, she goes to work, but she comes home, so we're home every single day. I'm enjoying that. I'm enjoying being able to spend as much time as I want with my girlfriend. I love that. I do. Love from India. Well, thanks, man. Back at you. I'm simplifying my life. Well, that's what I've done. Yeah, like I said, that's what I've done. I've gotten rid of all the complicated bullshit in my life, all the drama and all the bullshit and that includes YouTube and just life in general. Just got rid of it all. You don't know how good your life can be if your brain isn't constantly going 200 miles an hour in 15 different directions. Really. If you can just sit back and watch a TV program you want to watch, or watch a series, and you don't have to worry about what time it is. I can do that. If you want to go do something, go do it. My bills are paid. Things are good. I'm not a fucking rich man. I'm not filthy rich. I'm not rich by any means, but I'm doing okay. I'm good with that. I really truly am. I don't need any medication and beat all comers on the tour at arm wrestling, even a 30-year-old bodybuilder. Woo! I'll go at it with you. I'll go around with you. You want to arm wrestle? I'll go with you. I do okay with arm wrestling. Good night. It's late in Germany. Hey, man, you take it easy. Well, Germany, what do you guys like, 6 hours or 8 hours? 6 hours. 8 hours. I think you're 8 hours ahead of us over there. So yeah, it's probably close. It's probably close to midnight, or it's just past midnight. come to Cal so you can learn Spanish. Yeah, well, that's a prerequisite, isn't it? If you because if you come to California, English is the second language down there, is it not, Freeway? I'm a girl, by the way. Friends call me Larry because my real name. Okay. You don't ever, Larry. You don't ever have to justify whether you're a guy or a girl. It doesn't matter. I don't give a shit what you are. You're welcome here. You male, female, trans, black, white, China, fucking makes no difference. I don't care. Come on in, sit down, relax. If you got something you want to say it. And don't ever justify, I'm a girl, by the way. Cool. Thanks for sharing if you needed to, but you didn't need to. I appreciate it. Love the Megadeth shirt. Thanks, Lord Fish. Appreciate that. I'd love to be able to sit here and say, oh yeah, I got this at the concert, but I didn't. This one was handed in to me by one of my kids. Father's Christmas, whatever like that. Called a translator, real handy. Oh, wait, you got a translator for me or for the Spanish? Spanish and French are damn near the same language. No, they're not. Robin, they're not. There's some similarities, yes, but they're not. Like say you go to Paris. So you take somebody from Paris that speaks French. Not the garbled shit that we get in Quebec. You go to Paris and speak French. And you pull somebody out of Spain, right? And you take a person from Spain and a person from France, and you put them in a room and get them to talk to each other. It would be like you and me trying to talk to fucking Chinese people. It doesn't work that way. And Aussie. Oh, I love Aussie. Love Aussie. He's gone. That's the shitty thing about getting to be the age where I'm at. All those guys, right? All those bands and all those guys that I used to listen to back in the day are now dying, right? They're all kicking the bucket. Aussies, there's an example, Aussie. Damn. How Keith Richards is still alive, or Mick Jagger, especially Keith Richards. How that guy's still alive is beyond me, right? Does it feel better to have teeth back? Fuck yeah, Bob. Holy Christ, of course. Yeah, it does. It's been the process of learning to talk again, right? Because originally I had my own teeth, then those came out, and then I had no teeth, so I had to learn to talk again with no teeth, and now I'm having to learn to talk again. I've had these now a couple of months, so I'm doing okay. Just the S's. Can't get the fucking S's right. That's awesome. Glad you're in your comfy spot. You know what? I'm doing okay. 2-4. I got a couple little medical things to take care of. Nothing super serious, right? Nothing life-threatening or anything like that. Just a couple of little procedures got to get taken care of. I'm going to have 4 inches taken off my penis, so I've got 9 inches just like you. But the rest, I've got a couple little things that got to be done. But other than that, man, I'm good. I've got my weight back down. So I'm in really, I'm like, I don't know if you can tell, but like I've thinned right out. And that's just been from better eating and walking my dog. It's midnight here. You're up, Pat. You're gonna turn into a pumpkin, asshole. You better get yourself home. Muhammad, nice shirt. You play guitar? No, I don't. And damn, I wish I did. I wish I did. I could probably, now would be a good time to actually probably learn because I have the time to do it. But no, I don't play guitar. But I am a guitar enthusiast. Like, I love guitar players, right? I've got a list as long as my arm of guys that I absolutely fucking, like, are gods to me for guitars. My Spanish is a little different from other Spanish because I was born in Spain and moved to America. Okay, so here's a question for you. So if you lived in Spain, you speak Spanish in Spain. If you say you go to Mexico, is it the same Spanish? Can you talk to somebody in Spanish in Mexico or in Southern California, let's say, like you could. I want to chew some tobacco. Will I survive if I do it? Well, chewing tobacco ain't going to kill you. Italian is closer to my language. Italian and Spanish are closer, I think, than French and Spanish are. You're right. You're right. Spanish, way cool. Yeah, I think Spanish is really cool. I think it's very sexy. I think it is. You know, you can take a Spanish woman, and she could be standing in front of me, insulting me all to death in Spanish, but as long as she's doing it with that soft, sultry little voice, I wouldn't care. I don't have a clue what she's saying, but I'll just be sitting there going, "Oh yeah, come on, keep talking, keep talking." I love it. Brian needs a translator when I'm talking to him. No, I need a translator when you and Susie start talking. Like when you call me on the phone, right? I can understand when it's you and me talking. But when Susie's there with you, and then say you'll turn to Susie and start talking to you, you'll say something. I don't have a goddamn clue what you two fucking fruitcakes are talking about. I can get it what you're talking to me, but when you're talking to another one, like you're talking to a Scot, forget it. And if you guys ever got hammered, I wouldn't have a clue what the hell you're talking about. You were about to say Keith Richards? Yeah, I don't know how he's still alive. Some things are better without teeth. Well, I'm not about to go knock my girl's teeth out. Do you know what called you in Arab? Do I know what called me? What I don't know. I don't have a clue. 4 inches would make me only 13 inches, so I feel you. My back wouldn't hurt as much. They called you Haji. Okay. It means the great old man in Arab. Well, I appreciate that. Thank you. I'm getting older and there's nothing great about it. Let me tell you that. Somewhat, but it's a little different. Okay, so at least you'd be able to understand each other, right? Right, dog. The dialects are different. It's just like listening to somebody from Newfoundland speak English to talk to somebody from Texas. The words are all spelt the same. There's just the dialect and the words are, Brazilian Portuguese is totally different to mainland Portuguese. Again, I wouldn't know, right? Seven Seas Transport, new to your channel. Where are you from? Seven Seas, I've seen you around. I've seen you all over the place. I think I've seen you actually all over the place. I'm Canadian, man. I'm up in Alberta, Canada. If you're an American, and you don't know where Alberta is, my province borders with Montana. So I'm going to assume you know where I'm going to assume you know where Montana is. So that's where I am. Are you African? No. Alberta 7C, there you go. Some old school guitar players who were technically good but don't get the credit, like Cliff Gallup. Again, you know what, Robert, I'll be honest with you. I don't know who Cliff Gallup is. I don't. Sorry, man. Stephanie's here. No sign of the chicken hawk, but I'm glad you're here. Thanks for being here. I haven't seen you, but I haven't been around a whole lot lately myself, so damn good to see you, Stephanie. Hopefully you're doing well. Hopefully you're not sweating your ass off. I was going to say sweating your balls off, but that'd be a neat trick for you, wouldn't it? Santiago says, hi. Kimberly, hey, from Maryland. Hey, Kimberly, good to see you from Maryland. I've been to Maryland. Miss Missoula, Montana. Much love and respect. There you go. From where I live right now, I live in Strathmore. So I'm about 35 to 40 minutes east of Calgary. But if I go, from where I am, if I go 3 hours south, I'm in Montana. I can be in Montana in about 3 hours. Montana is north of Antarctica. Well, it is if you're fucking like in New Orleans, right? Manitoba has 4 to 5 different dialects of English. Yeah, I could believe that, but that's only because of all the indigenous. Jeff Beck said he learned all Cliff Gallup's licks. That's why he fingerpicked. That's good to know. Yeah, and Jeff Beck is on my list. Robert, Jeff Beck is on my list of my. Jeff Beck is in my top 10, easily in my top 10. I saw it, Crag Rat. I went to a birthday once with my El Salvador brother. He tried to say ballon and told a younger person, "Here's your vag." It's a little different, yeah. Cliff Gallup was in the Gene Vincent. See, I've heard of Gene Vincent's band, the Blue Caps. Yeah, I know who Gene. I've heard of Gene Vincent, but I don't know who Cliff Gallup was. Hey, I will be in Calgary next June for the rodeo. Well, then you'll be staying here. Unless you really want to fucking stay in a hotel downtown, or unless you've got another friend or someone that lives out there, or that lives in the city. Because let me tell you, man, you don't want to be down there during the whole week. But if you're coming out here, you're definitely stopping here. Definitely stopping here. Cherry pie or peach pie? Lucas, peach pie. July. That's just the whites, Brian. Yeah. Well, Robin, here, this is how you different dialects in Manitoba. Okay. And this is for the white people, not the indigenous, right? This is how you. Okay. So, and this includes Robin. For everybody that doesn't know Robin, Robin and 2-4. I've seen Robin put away a lot of fucking beer. Okay. And I've seen him do it personally. I've been with him while he's been doing it. So I can say this from experience. So Robin, when he's perfectly sober, he talks like a normal fucking person, pretty much like I do. Well, kind of like I do. But then he gets 4 beers in, and the dialect changes. So he just said a few comments ago, there's 4 different dialects in Manitoba. So the first dialect is after 4 beers. So then it changes from regular talking like me to fucking to the next. It's called the 4 beer dialect, right? So then he from beer 4 to beer 10. When he hits the 10th beer, then he gets another dialect, right? By the time he gets to 24 beer, there's 4 dialects. So for those of you that needed translating, I just translated what Robin just said to you. Now your place will work. Thank you. Give me a chance to scare your girlfriend, dude. Look at me. You think you're gonna scare her, dude? I've not yet once seen her running for the fucking screaming for the door. Are those Canadian immigration applications that you find all over the place online true? I'll be honest with you, man. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I know that they've tightened down some of the Canadian immigration policies, but it's not as tight as it needs to be. Right? You'll notice that Canadian immigration policies become very lax, and it becomes very easy to get in here at election time. 6 to 8 months prior to an election is when they loosen up, because they basically want all of the people to come into the country. They get handed free money, but the Liberals hand you free money, and then you're so grateful you vote for the Liberals. But other than that, I'll be honest with you, nothing. I don't have a clue. Did you know Jimi Hendrix's first gig was with Little Richard, the piano player? I did not know that was his first gig. But I do know that there's only one guitar player in the world that ever intimidated Jimi Hendrix. Anybody know the answer to that? It was in Rolling Stone magazine. It's been all over the place. We've even talked about this online in a live before. Right, the head, Brian. You know I'm telling the truth, Robin. 4 dialects. Robin will speak 4 different dialects of English within 24 a beer. By the time he gets to the 24th beer, it's a dialect. It's English, but nobody knows what the fuck he's saying. Immigration voting sounds like the USA. Oh, dude, it's horrible here. When I get to 24 pints, I sound like this: flour, 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 bug and flour, blah. Yeah. Actually, you know what? I think we've seen you in that state too. Usually, Tyke will get I don't know, a dozen or I don't think I've ever seen you pound out 24, but I've seen you pound back at least a dozen, and that'll be about the time he gets to about his 12th, 13th beer. Tyke will break out his guitar and start doing Johnny Cash. And it's fucking awesome. If you need something to make you, for good entertainment, check out Tyke when he's 12 or 15 beer into it. And as soon as you see him reach around and he grabs that guitar, oh, good times are coming. Clapton. Clapton's probably my favorite. But no, it wasn't Clapton that intimidated him. It's an American from Texas, and it's not Stevie Ray Vaughan. Nope. Nope. Stevie Ray Vaughan wasn't playing when Hendrix was. Where are you from? I'm in Alberta, Canada. Where did you grow up at? Sean, I was born and raised in Ontario, just outside of Toronto. But I'm in Alberta now. I know a guy named Ardith that mumbled every time after his third tall boy. He goes from "how you doing" to "what's the drink." Yeah, that sounds about right. What if my dog ate my dog? Oh, that's some dog eating going on there. Come on, at Tyke Truckin'. We need a concert. Yeah, he's due. I haven't seen. I'm sub to him, so if he goes live, I'm gonna see it. But Bog-Eyed got it. Billy Gibbons from ZZ Top was the only guitar player that ever intimidated Jimi Hendrix. Jimi Hendrix had to go on stage, and they were over in England, and he had to go on stage after ZZ Top, and he was nervous, and he turned to his road manager at the time, going, "I can't follow that. I can't go up there. I can't do this." And they had to literally put him on the. And then afterwards, they told him afterwards, he was intimidated. What's the difference between booze and weed? 5 drunk guys will start a fight. 5 stone guys will start a band. Very good point. You don't see many. Stone guys starting fights, eh? They might raid your refrigerator and go for your munchie cupboard, but other than that, Chrissy, good to see you. Good to see you. I got new teeth, so I'm still working them out. Right? It's only been a couple of months. I need 50 to start live streaming. Hillbilly Deluxe. Love the name. Love the name. I guess you're 50 or 60. I'm 55, Sean. Metallica rules. As far as I'm concerned, this is just me, right? I'm not going to fucking get into an ass-wiggling contest with 100 fucking guys about heavy metal bands, but as far as I'm concerned, still, Metallica are still the granddaddies. They're still the big bad boys on the block. If you've got a heavy metal festival, right, and there's 15 bands on there, you're going to get 50,000 people. But if you say Metallica's headlining it, there's now 100,000 people. So that's just, it's just my opinion. Hey, Dexter, there's not enough Y's on there. There's not enough. Keep going. You're doing great, Dexter. You are awesome. Bye-bye, Dexter. Mike Hunt. If they were playing at an old folks home, maybe. Nah, I don't think so. Hi from Berlin. Where are you from? I'm Canadian, man. Show his profile picture. I'm on my phone. I can't do that right now. He might have been talking about himself. Maybe he's looking for a date. I don't know. IT military? I don't have a clue. I don't have a clue. I'm just here to wish you positivity because I love wishing people positivity. Have a great stream. Appreciate that, man. That's awesome. I live in Hillbilly lives in Florida. Well, there you go. The guy right below you there, guard dog, so does he. You guys can go gator hunting next week. I think Mike Hunt is related to dicks in my ass. That's fucking hilarious. Putty Cat, you finally got me on one. There's a good. That's good. That is good. Does anyone know the story of Jerry Lee Lewis when he was pissed off because he had to go before Chuck Berry at a gig? So he set the fire to the piano and said, "Follow that." Yeah, I heard that story. That was actually in the movie. The who played Dennis Quaid. Robert, if you haven't seen that movie, go see it. Go see it, or not go see it, but fucking rent it or stream it or whatever. I think the name of the movie is Great Balls of Fire or something like that. But it's Dennis Quaid and who plays the girl? What the fuck's her name? Anyway, great movie. But that was actually put in that movie. Adventures with Cellbomb. Hey, nice t-shirt. Awesome t-shirt. Thanks, man. Appreciate that. I live in Fayetteville, North Carolina. Mr. Bees lives down there. We got a bunch of people, a bunch of friends down in North Carolina. Smoke Amnesia Gaming. I do gotta say, man, that is a fucking good handle you got there, brother. I like your name. You are a cool motherfucker. Haters are funny as fuck. Whatever. If you're gonna hate on me. Whatever. As long as you're picking on me, you're leaving some poor other bastard alone, you know? Do you have a girlfriend or a wife? I have a girlfriend. I have an ex-wife, but I have a girlfriend. That was awesome, Robert. Yeah. I'm down in East County, East Coast. There you go. Do you know any Adaires in North Carolina? I do not. Team Military? I do not. Winona Ryder, thank you. Uncomfortable, thank you. Winona Ryder. So you've seen the movie too, obviously. Great movie. Great. Actually, when I'm done here, I might actually go in and now I'm sitting here thinking about it. That was a really good movie. Sup, bro? Awesome channel. Hello from Canada. Hey, Adventures with Cellbomb. Appreciate that. Canadian minded. We all got to stick around. I'm over near Shelby, between Charlotte and Nashville. Medically minded. There you go. Look at this. We're being invaded by North Carolina. Hello, Shin. How you doing, Lennox? Good to see you. My pic looks like a child made it, but I'm grown, almost 40, so I'm level-headed. Are there still fires going on up there? Yeah, but nowhere near where I'm at. They're like way up north, right? They're way up north. They worked their way down to a couple 100 miles north of Edmonton, and I think they got those under control. But they still got a whack of fires still going up there. I know that Nova Scotia and New Brunswick and Newfoundland are all on fire right now. So I still got the hots for it. So do I. Winona Ryder? Dude, if she was in my bed eating crackers, I wouldn't kick her out. Fuck that. I don't know if Manitoba has. Yeah, okay, so Robin says, yeah, they're pretty bad in Manitoba. I think Alberta, I think we've done okay because it's been really, really weird, but we've had a lot of rain. Like the last 30 days, we've had probably almost 3 weeks of rain. So for the fires to get farther south, they didn't make it. I think with the rain that we've had, we've been fortunate. Now, we've had a couple of days where we've had the smoke, but then it rains and you don't get it. Oh, nice. I'm in Niagara Falls. Dude, I used to live like 30 minutes from Niagara Falls. I used to live in Watertown, which is like technically it's like Hamilton, Watertown, Ontario. I believe me, I've spent fucking millions of dollars in at the casinos at Fallsview and Casino Niagara. I don't even think Casino Niagara is still a thing. I think they changed it. But Fallsview, I've spent fortune in there, and taken my kids right to Niagara Falls all those years, taking my kids to the falls. I don't have a woman. When I was young, I used to lead them with leading chat up lines that were questions to keep their interest. But now I can't be bothered. I've lost interest in women. Ooh, Robert. We had smoke in the northeast from the Canadian fires. I wouldn't be surprised if states like when it was really bad here a couple of months ago, if like Montana, Wyoming, Michigan. Shannon would know. Shannon's a good Michigan girl. I don't know if any of the smoke made it down to her, but I know a lot of the northern U.S. states ended up getting a lot of our smoke from the fires burning. Are you getting the bad air quality? It's been hazy in Michigan at times. Here it's a little more difficult to get bad air quality because we don't have any humidity, right? There's no moisture in the air. And anything that we would get for bad air quality here would be, for example, would be like from the fires. Like when that smoke did roll in there and we had a couple of weeks of it, it was bad. Like you could taste it, you could breathe it. Your breathing became labored if you were out in it like for 8-10 hours working or whatever. But yeah, SFH. Hey, good to see you. Hey, hey. We can smell the smoke in the air here in the falls. I'm not surprised. I'm not surprised at all. Surprise, like funny enough, like northern Alberta and BC are usually the two worst provinces for burning, and I think well, Robin says he's got it really bad in Manitoba and parts of Saskatchewan. I don't know how bad it is, but if he says it's bad, I'd imagine it's probably bad. And I do know that the East Coast is on fire right now. Smoking my La Historia right now. How's it going, brother? Good to see you, bro. Hey, I'm just sitting back. Work is I got done taking care of business a few hours ago and decided to just walk out the back door and get up off the chair and stop this and come on out here and do this. So why not? This morning, Shannon, you couldn't see a mile and taste it. Yeah, that's bad. You're getting the Canadian wildfires. Well, I'm Canadian and I'm in Canada. I was just in northern Wisconsin for a week and a half. It was hazy some days, but you could never taste or smell anything. Oh, dude, you can hear. You can hear. If, on the days where it's really bad and it like envelops the city, or like I live in a town. I don't live in a city, right? But when it envelops, you can taste it. Like you walk out the door and you taste it. And in some cases, depending on where you are, your car is covered in it. Like it leaves a sediment on your car. And then if it rains, oh Jesus, it's a mess. Damn Canadians blowing smoke again. Well, you know what, man? You guys down south are the ones full of hot air. So who's blowing what? Who's blowing who here, T-Bone? Good to see you, my friend. Time to have a fight with the pillow. Take care, folks. See you, Brian. Crag Rat, appreciate your help today, man. Good to see you, man. Except Shannon. She's the strongest woman I know. I ain't smitten. She ain't half bad looking either. Oh, Robert's so in love with Shannon, it's not even funny. Thanks for the live, Brian. It took my mind off shit. Hey, that's what I'm here for, man. Like I said, as long as I'm here, pick on me. You're leaving somebody else alone. I'm going to get one more pop, and then I think I'm going to call it. So let me just go get a pop. I brought two. I'll go get a third. Watch my chair. Victoria's at work, so I'm stealing one of her root beers. Did my chair do any tricks while I was gone? Oh, Shannon's sharing the love. There we go. I'm Manitoba. 2-4 is East Coast. I think Robin's kind of like in the middle of the country. Manitoba, I don't know. Is Ontario the middle of the country, Robin? I think Ontario or Manitoba would be the middle of the country. My grandfather was from Athabasca. Do you mean Athabasca? ATH or Athabasca? If it's Athabasca, I don't know where that is. If it's Athabasca, I know where that is. I used to hang out with Simon Rex. I don't know who Simon Rex is. Sometimes the chair does tricks. Well, hey, a pop? You call that a chair? OTV. Yeah, James would be insulted, wouldn't he? Oh my God. Oh my God. T-Bone, how many times did we sit there and watch James's chair? He'd do a 10-hour live, right? He'd pass out after 6 and there'd be like he'd hold like 80, 90 people in his live. Right? He'd pass out after 6 hours and there'd be nothing but his chair. And there'd still be fucking 40 people in the chat talking away, having a good time. That's too fast, eh? Well, at my age, Chrissy, that's warp speed. Yeah, Johnny, we get Dr. Pepper cream soda up here. Actually, you know what they've got up here as well? They've got Dr. Pepper freezies, like the big freezies, but they've got the Dr. Pepper cream soda freezies. I've got them in my freezer. Oh, so good. So good. I will sit on the couch, literally sit on the couch, and I'll be watching TV or whatever. And if I'm not careful, there's like 10 of them, 10 wrappers just sitting there. I destroy them. Absolutely destroy them. But yeah, we got Dr. Pepper, we got Dr. Pepper cream soda, we got Dr. Pepper vanilla, we got Dr. Pepper. I think now we've got just about all of the Dr. Pepper flavors that you guys got in the States. Smoking's bad for you. Well, you know what? There's about 200,000 things on the list of things that are probably going to kill me long before smoking does. So, just saying. Hello from Russia. Good to see you. Thanks for popping in. Got a live in 1 hour and 20 with some others. Oh, you're doing a live, or you're going on somebody else's live? Yeah, never been there. My father just would tell me. He said it was in Alberta. Well, I don't know where Athabasca is, and if it's Athabasca is in Ontario, but fuck, I don't know the name of every single town in Alberta. You're probably right, man. Kenora would be more central Canada. Yeah, you're probably right. Hold on, Johnny, hold on. These are the big boys too, eh? So this one's Dr. Pepper cream soda. Dr. Pepper cream soda. And I am going to eat this. John, you gotta go find these, Johnny. If you can't, you gotta get them. We got them in pretty much all the grocery stores up here. But I guarantee you, if you're gonna find them, you'll probably find them at Walmart. Dr. Pepper Blackberry. I didn't like it. It's not bad. Like it was okay. But my girl drinks Crown Royal, Blackberry Crown Royal whiskey. And she was drinking the Blackberry Crown Royal with the Blackberry Dr. Pepper. Whew. Not a bad deal. Breathing is also bad for you. Well, exactly, right? I'm probably spelling it wrong. That's okay. I'm probably saying it wrong. So, bro, don't worry about it. Look at me. Beer, drink it. Yep. Well, Robert, here, I think about it like this. Okay. Now, I don't get it very often anymore. No, I haven't given up cigars. Got to drink it with lemonade, with the blackberry Crown Royal. I'll tell her. She likes it. And we're talking. I'm going to talk about smoking, and we're not going to talk about smoking, but diabetes kills more people than smoking does, than cancer, right? Diabetes kills more people than all the other diseases and all the other things in the world, right? And I know that Robert is fact-checking Robert, and he's going to fact-check this, and I don't care because I know I'm right, because I already did. But diabetes kills more people than all the other fucking problems and cancer and all that shit in the world. I'll sit here and smoke a cigarette, and I've got people on here going, quit smoking, smoking's bad for you, and da-da-da-da-da. But yet diabetes kills more people than anything else. And if I was sitting here eating a giant chocolate bar, not one of you would say a fucking word to me. You'd be asking me for a bite of my chocolate bar. So how do you do that? Like, okay, I'll just keep smoking. Joshua, you like the Megadeth? Thank you very much. You need to work out, have punch-ups, keep you fit. I don't need to. Robert, right now I'm sitting about 11 or 12 pounds off fighting weight. When I say fighting weight, I mean when I was like 20 years old and I was fit, right? Like I was well put together and fit, and I was, you're good prime fighting weight. And I'm about 11 or 12 pounds off that. And so if I'm 55 and I'm weighing in at just 212, 213 pounds, I'm doing. At 18 years old, I weighed 200 pounds. 18, 19, 20, 21. Like I was average about 200 pounds. So I'm doing okay. Can I spell these days? The ultimate fix for both is sew the lips shut. Oh, that's mine. Yeah. Well, it's just watching what I eat, right? Stop stuffing everything that I find in my mouth and eating it, right? Stay away from fast food, right? I cook everything. We cook meals, breakfast, lunch, and dinner. We cook out of the house here. That doesn't mean occasionally we don't go out for dinner. We do, but we're not going to McDonald's or Wendy's or fucking any of that kind of shit. We go for dinner. We'll go to a restaurant and have dinner. It's not self-promoting on other people's channel. It's educational. There you go. Exactly. I'm educating. It's a learning experience. Gotta run. Awesome chatting with you. Definitely be back. Take care, bro. Hey, Adventures with Cell Bomb, thanks for popping in, brother. Appreciate that. Appreciate your time. Take the time out of your day to spend it here. Who knows? You probably got 10,000 other things you could be doing, but you're sitting here with us. So, hey, man, thanks for being here. I brought two, John. I brought one for you, dog. I'll eat yours for you too. Okay, I'll let you know. Because I'm not selfish that way, eh? I'm not selfish. I'm not a selfish friend. Right? Oh, god damn. Brittany Sylvester says wet dog. What, I look like a wet dog? That's okay. I've been called a lot worse than that. Not you. Others saying they are going live. Oh. Well, when I'm done this, I'm going in to watch that Jerry Lee Lewis movie now. Was it 10 to 6 here? So I'll give you another 10 minutes. I'm gonna eat my freezy. Hope you get brain freeze. I don't get brain freeze. You know where I get it? I get it right here. Like if I eat this too fast, right here is where it gets me. Not heartburn. It's just like, I don't know. But no, I don't get brain freeze. Dude, I did so much cocaine back in the day, okay, and smoked so much crack back in the day that there's still a residual around my brain. It's still fucking half dead anyway. No such thing as fighting weight. Look at Tim Witherspoon carrying fat, but he hammered Frank Bruno. Oh, good, exactly. Tyson Fury looking like a fat bastard. You can be fit and fat. Well, I'm fit and fit. I'm fit, well, maybe not fit, but let's say I'm fit and chubby. As long as you don't smell like a wet dog. Oh, no, I don't smell like a wet dog. How are you, Daddy? That's a new name. There you go. Got to have a brain to get brain freeze. Well, that's what I'm saying, right? That's what I'm saying. If the brain's already fucking half froze, what are you going to do? Roy Nelson is the example, ultimate. Yeah, but Roy Nelson, Big Country didn't last all that long. I think his career could have gone a lot longer if he wouldn't have relied on that big right hand and he dropped a few pounds. I liked Roy Nelson. I liked watching him. I really did. Not as much as I'm enjoying this Dr. Pepper Freezy, though. I had to drop out. Hey, yeah, man. I got, I'm 10 to 6 here. So well, it's 5:51. I'll give you till 6 o'clock when I finish this. Roy is coming back. I don't know if that'd be a good idea. Mind you, I don't think there's anyone in the UFC heavyweight division that's really worth a shit right now. But again, I haven't watched it in so long. The UFC kind of, like I said, I said earlier, the last, like when I was really into it and really watching it, I started to kind of phase out when I watched GSP and Michael Bisping fight for the middleweight title. And that was, that was pretty much, I kind of started to lose interest. I watched some of Connor's fights, but other than that. Guard dog, go find yourself a couple of these. I'm getting slaughtered by skeeters here. I don't know what it is. It's a fine, rich Canadian blood. They're coming. These are American mosquitoes. They're coming up to get the good stuff. If my girl was here, she'd probably be dumping Crown Royal into this thing. Dana got me into the fight, and I loved it. Well, you got to admit, Dana is definitely colorful. Definitely colorful. Dana White is. And now, once he bought it, because he's a majority owner of it now, and he owns the UFC, he's pretty much free to do whatever the hell he wants. And he does. And he says whatever he wants to say. Nathan, it's a Dr. Pepper Freezy. You don't know what a Freezy is? Brock Lesnar's brother lives in Manitoba, 2 hours from me. Brock Lesnar does a lot of hunting up here. I think I think his primary residence is in Montana somewhere, but I know he's got a place in Alberta, way the fuck up north in Alberta that he hunts, and it wouldn't surprise me if he had a place or obviously he's got his brother in Manitoba. That's cool. Dana is awesome. No, Dana sold to TKO for 17% stake. See, I didn't know that. Like I said, Johnny, it's been a couple of years since GSP fought Bisping for that title, or the middleweight title, and I kind of just, Dana made a nice chunk on that. I bet he did. I don't know what his net worth is. Somebody Google what Dana White's net worth is. I'm going to guess and say he's probably, say 400 million. 450 million bucks. It's a popsicle, or we call it a pop ice. Yeah, well, we just call them freezies, right? It's basically fucking colored sugar water with Dr. Pepper flavoring in it. Do I watch the WWE? No, I don't watch any of that. I did when I was younger, like when I was really young, but no, I haven't watched any of it. Yeah, he does, and Manitoba. I wouldn't surprise me. Like, it's not like he's hurting for money. He's got plenty of it. So he's 500 mil plus the sale. Jesus. Okay. So yeah. So when you see those you see those shorts of him in the casino, he's apparently an amazing blackjack player, right? He wins like hundreds of thousands of dollars a night when he goes. Now, mind you, there's been ones where he's shown where he's lost $500,000 at the blackjack table. $500 million. I don't think he's worried about keeping the lights on. Yeah, he plays $100,000 a hand. Yeah. I don't know about you, dog, but I can't quite throw out $100,000 a hand. You know? I love to play blackjack, and I love the casino. I love going to the casino, and I love to play blackjack, but I'm not throwing out 100 grand per each hand. Even if I could, like even if I had that kind of money, I don't think I'd be playing for 100,000 a hand. You know, it's okay when you're a guy like him, and if you lose $100,000, you know that tomorrow you're going to make another $100,000 tomorrow anyway. I don't know. I'll play at the $100 table. No, I don't play $100 per hand, but I will play at the $100 table. I only throw 5K. You're doing better in life than I am if you're throwing 5 grand per hand. Gambling is a waste of my time. You know what? Gambling is just, for me, but it's not gambling. I don't gamble. Like, I don't play roulette. I don't play cards or anything else. Like, I play blackjack. And you know what? It just relaxes the shit out of me. I do it to just relax. And it's entertainment and it's fun. And I don't go into a casino with money that I'm not prepared to lose. That's the thing that fucking kills me. I've gone to a casino thousands of times with friends or whatever, and this guy comes along and he's got his fucking rent money, right? And he goes into the casino and he loses it. Now he's lost his rent money. It's like, you know, you don't go to, if you're going to go to a casino and you're going to play cards, or you're going to do something like that, you know, go and make sure you're prepared to lose what you're taking. Yeah, life is a gamble. I agree. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. Hopefully you win more than you lose, though. I know blackjack is gambling, but I mean, like, I don't partake in all the other types of gambling. I just play blackjack, man. That's all. You know, and I do it just like Robin just said. It's entertainment. I'm not going in there expecting to fucking come out with fucking $20,000, $30,000, $40,000. If I did, great. You know, I've never walked out of a casino with $30,000 before. Watching your babies grow is awesome. It's one of the biggest gifts I've had in my life. My sobriety and being clean and from drugs and alcohol, it's probably one of the greatest gifts. But having kids and watching them grow up and then leave the home, fantastic, man. There's nothing else in the world, knowing that you've done your part or done the best that you can. No, you're not going to be the best parent 100% of the time. I guarantee goddamn to you. But you know what? If you can get them from toddler out the door, educated and then out the door and get a good start on life, you've done okay. That's just my opinion. Gunner, good to see you. Gunner Kincaid. We're almost done this bad boy. Live's done when I'm done. I said 6 o'clock. It's 6 o'clock right now, so it was 6 o'clock my time. My name's Deputy King. I'm a sheriff's deputy, Pinal County Sheriff's Office. Well, sir, thank you for your service. I'm nowhere near there, but I appreciate law enforcement. That's good. Nice insult. Good job. Open a Nature Valley bar on your bed. That the best you got? Really? That the best you got? Open a Nature Valley bar on your bed? Jesus Christ. What is... Guard dog, what does the world come to when these kids, and that's the best insult they can give you? They're going to shut up or I'm going to open a Nature Valley granola bar on your bed. Raising Cane, the difference between me and you is you'll sit and do this and blab and say shit like that. But if you were standing in front of me, you wouldn't do it. You're just a blab. Difference between my generation and your generation is you talk about it. My generation, we fucking did it. Gustavo, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Gunnar, you also served in Iraq. Well, again, man, thank you for your service. I never served in the military. It's one of the few regrets that I have. I don't have a lot of regrets in life. I don't. But one of the few regrets is that I never served my country. I wish I did. Can I be a moderator? Not yet. Not yet. I've got 5. I got 5 moderators. And that ensures, with 5 of them, it ensures me that I usually got 1 or 2 every time I go live. So we used to have mods where everybody was moderated and everything like that, but a lot of that shit got out of hand. So now it's just we got 5, and it keeps everything kind of on the level. People, if anybody wants to get out of hand, I don't have to deal with it. Guard dog will take care of it, or Crag Rat will take care of it, or Robert or Tyke Truck, and he'll take care of it. So we don't need 1,000 moderators. Passerby, good day, mate. I love how you did that. That was pretty good, man. Early Megadeth is definitely their best music. I agree. I don't know, since I put the shirt on, I didn't even think about it, right? I just go into my closet, I grab one, put it on, and I don't even look at them. And then I go live, and then you guys will say, hey, nice shirt, or fucking bad shirt, or whatever. And this whole live, I've been sitting here singing Symphony of Destruction in my head. All I've got is it's like, fuck, I won't be able to turn it off. I'll be singing this all day now. Just don't call the cops. No, we don't call the cops. If you need the cops to settle your fucking problems, you're a puss. I meet some good-looking kids, and they're awesome. My son is a school teacher with a master's degree, and my daughter runs her own business. That's fantastic. That is fantastic, Robert. Then obviously you done something right. You know, I'm fairly blessed with 6 kids. Four, 3 out of the 6 university, and 3 of the 6 college. So you know, we did our part. Hello, world. Good to see you. Do you have faith in Jesus Christ? Tyler, no, I don't. It's not the route that I live. I'm not. I don't have a religion. I don't believe in religion. That's not to say that I don't have a faith or a sense of spirituality. But do I have a faith in Jesus Christ? I do not. How do you feel about North America paying foreigners to come here and paying for their housing and food and giving them benefits and ignoring Americans' needs? Nathan, it's done for a reason. They're buying votes. They're buying people. They did the exact same thing in Canada. They still do it. The Liberal Party at the last election, they imported, basically is what we're calling it, right? They imported over 100,000 immigrants in here. And as they were getting off the planes, the boats, the fucking whatever, the rowboats, canoes, or however they got over here, they were handing them housing, welfare. They were handing them all this shit. And in return, these people were going, oh, this prime minister, oh, this people are so wonderful. They're so, oh yeah, we're going to vote for them. And they basically bought the election. So how do I feel about it? It makes me very angry. It makes me fucking angry because those are my tax dollars, dude. Those are your tax dollars, right? Nathan, those are your tax dollars. Still here, 16 and coming? I said would wind it down after I ate my freezy. Now I've lit a smoke, so now I gotta wait till I finish the smoke. Still live? Yeah, I'm just winding down, Tyrannus. Be best part of having kids is making them, or so they say. Yeah, well, you know, I'll agree with that, Robin. But like I said before, I think I was working a lot harder some of those nights than she was. Dave Mustaine is a good guitar player. Questionably agree, kind of, maybe, sort of. But that awful damn singing or lack thereof. I would reverse that. I think he's probably a better vocalist than he is a fucking guitar player, Calvin. Just my opinion. I know I did a good job. There you go. Pat yourself on the back, Robert. I'm going to the swamp. Y'all have a great night. Dog, good luck. Be safe. Have fun. Dude, do me a favor. Send me some pictures. Dog, send me some pictures. I want to see what you're up to. I want to see what it's like. Americans were also once imported, so why stop others? Hold on, vocabulary, that's not what I'm saying. There's nothing wrong with immigration. We need it. Canada needs it. The U.S. needs it, right? When your economy is outgrowing your population, okay, you need fresh people to come in to pick up the slack and pick up the work to keep the economy going. And that's why immigration was invented. When it's done properly, when Canada and the U.S. they've got their strict guidelines, and for those that meet the guidelines and they come into the country legally, and I got no problem with that, none whatsoever. But if they're coming in here without any jobs or anything, and they're coming in here and they're having to rely on the system to live, then I can't agree with that. But if you're coming in here and you've got already got an education, you've got a skill set. If you're bringing all of that with you and you can come into the country and you can start contributing right away, fine. Fine, absolutely fine. I got no problem with that. It's when the government manipulates, and the Democrats in the U.S. and the liberals in Canada are worldly famous for doing it. Okay, when they manipulate the immigration system to bring in more people than the country needs or desires, and they're not fulfilling jobs, right? They're not coming in to fulfill a need. They're not filling a space. If they're just coming in for the sake of a vote, absolutely not. Dig the shirt, awesome band, free Palestine. All right, all in one breath. Can you sing my friend Abby happy birthday? She's turning 15. I would love to, but I can't sing worth a shit. I'm mad about things I know nothing about. Props, we all are. I just know you have an engine on or a motor on a stand right now. Right now, Tim, I don't. Right? I don't. Where I'm living in the house that I'm living in right now, because I moved out of my other house, the bigger house, I'm living in a smaller house. I don't have a garage, right? But when I have my garage, yeah, there's bike stands with bikes on them, or I haven't pulled an engine out of a car in a while, but yeah, it's it's one of those things. No, I don't have one because I don't have a garage right now. It's a Newport. No, it's not. I got to get ready for my buddy's show. Have a great day, great week, everyone. Robin, great seeing you, man. Thanks for being here. What's your take on corporate jobs? I'm so ready to quit and start my own business, totally over the whole office drama. Rachel, I don't know. I've been self-employed for the last 25 years, 25 or 26 years. So I don't have that. I don't know. I know that I've had to deal with corporations and company people. But the corporate job per se, like you go in, you're in a cubicle and there's 10 other fucking people in that room in cubicles. I've never done it. I can't, I'd be speaking out of ignorance. I just don't know. I'm sorry. I'd love to be able to help you out and answer it, give you an opinion on it. I don't have one. As long as you're legal. Exactly. Immigration is fine as long as it's legal and it's done and used the way it was originally designed for, right? Hello from Romania. Where are you from? Dan, I'm in Alberta, Canada. Alberta, Canada. Right, when a guy in some random state understands, no need for furthering discussion. There you go. Sorry, religion is hurting you. I don't have a religion, so if there's no religion, it can't hurt me. I know you're pretty traditional and all. Have you heard of Vocaloid? No, I have not. Value Clips. Hey, homie, I am from Detroit. Dude, I've been through Detroit, in Detroit, around Detroit, over Detroit, fucking hundreds of times. Most of my trucking career was based out of Toronto. So from Detroit to Toronto is 3 hours and 30 minutes. Or 3 hours and 40 minutes, say, 45 minutes. So whenever we'd pull out of Toronto, if we were going west, we were either crossing in Sarnia or we're crossing into Detroit. So yeah, I've been through Detroit thousands of times. I actually got black flagged at the border in Detroit. For 3 years, I couldn't cross at Detroit. I had to go up, cross at Port Huron. I believe in Jesus. Oh, hold on. What's that about root beer? Mug's root beer is delicious. It's not bad. It's not bad. I enjoy it. Yeah, it's a lot of sugar, though. All pop is a lot of sugar these days, though. I believe in Jesus, but I will not shove my belief down your throat. That's why kids aren't Christian. Maybe, maybe not. Per se, one party, one rule. They're talking about it, and then there's MAGA. You should be alarmed. Props, I've been alarmed for the last 5 years with the one party, one rule thing, because they've been pushing that very quietly in Canada. Trudeau was taking us very quietly down the path to the WEF, World Economic Forum, and that's the route that he wanted Canada to go. And then it would just basically be, let's just call it what it is. It would be a state, right? The whole country would be state run. So everything would be government owned, government run. They'd give you X amount salary. You know, you wouldn't own your property, you wouldn't own your home, you wouldn't own your cars, everything would be supplied to you through the government, and in return, basically it's North Korea, right? It's North Korea. So I've been watching it's been the last 5 years that's slowly been going on and going on. Now, Pierre Polyev, you know, he put a big dent in that plan, right? When he ran for prime minister, that there would be no WEF, there would be no any of that. And I think he opened up the eyes to a lot of people about what was going on with that situation. So I don't know if we're still going down that path as quickly, but it wouldn't surprise me. Driving in my car right after a beer, hit the bump, looked like a good deal. Do you know per out little do you know? What? Woo! Keep drinking the beer. One thing I learned about politics, they both play games. Divide and conquer. That's the main goal of all the parties. King Diamond, when it comes to politics, remember this. Okay? Remember this. You do not pick the politician that you like the most. You do your homework. Do your homework. Look at everybody. Look at their ups, their downs, their pros, their cons. What's on the fucking bill? What are they pushing? What is their agendas? Da 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 da. But still, you do not pick the politician you like the most. You pick the politician you dislike the least. They're all crooked. They're all liars. They're all full of shit. But it's your job as a voter to pick the politician that's going to do the least amount of damage. They're all going to do damage. If the guy on the fucking card says he's going to do 20 things, this, I guarantee you he might do 5. So you don't pick the one you like the most, you pick the one you dislike the least. I don't like any of them, but I'm going to fucking weed my way through it and at least pick the one or what I think is the one that's going to do the least amount of damage. That's the only way I can look at politics. There's not an honest fuck amongst them all. And it doesn't matter what party. In Canada, right, the Conservatives, the Liberals, the NDP, fucking Green Party, fuck whatever. Even the Green Party are a bunch of sniveling fucking snot-raising bastards. Like, they're all lying cocksuckers too. So I don't have time for them either. But at least if I was going to vote for a politician, when it comes time to vote, I find the one that I dislike the least, the one that's going to do the least amount of shit, and that's who I vote for. I told my kids I believed, but I did not demand they follow. Find your own path. Hopefully your path brings you back to the King of Kings. Well, you know what? Hopefully, maybe someday it will. But right now in my life, and for the last 33 years of my life, what I've been doing has been working, man. You know? What I've been doing has been working, and it's been working for me, and it works well. So, hey, why change it now? If it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? Anyway, there's a little talk on politics and a little quick thing on religion, and I think I'm going to finish my drink here, and I'm going back inside. I'm going to watch a movie. My girl's done work in about 40 minutes, so going to make some dinner and hang out for the night. You guys be good. Thanks for hanging out with me. Robert, damn good to see you. Everybody, good to see you. Thanks for taking time out of your day if you were here. Appreciate it, man. We'll see you down the road.